TMS Tire and Auto is a proud sponsor of the Menomonie Mustangs. Family owned since 1978. TMS Tire and Auto has 3 locations in Baldwin, Boyceville, and Menomonie, and can serve all your automotive needs. Visit us online at tmstireandauto.com or call us at 715-235-9119 to schedule your appointment today. Go Mustangs!
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Mustangs TV, 1, 2, 3, Hudson versus Mustangs here.
Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 3. Looking good here on the live stream. Green as green can be.
Yeah.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I can count.
On West
Wisconsin Credit Union.
Now, Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin. Read it.
Wisconsin's.
I can't say it like she can say it.
I lost my words.
Let me just say it in my head one time.
I struggle with this part.
Why is this so hard?
Hard to say, but easy to do business with. Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin Credit.
Sorry, we have to start all over.
Good material here.
TMS Tire and Auto is a proud sponsor of the Menomonie Mustangs. Family owned since 1978. TMS Tire and Auto has 3 locations in Baldwin, Boyceville, and Menomonie, and can serve all your automotive needs. Visit us online at tmstireandauto.com or call us at 715-235-9119 to schedule your appointment today. Go Mustangs!
Hello, football fans. Welcome into Williams Stadium on campus of UW-Stout. A Big Rivers Conference matchup here between the Hudson Raiders and your Menomonie Mustangs, alongside our cameraman Elliot and Eric Zadowski, and my volunteer colorman, Dr. Joe Zadowski. I'm Chad Zetter, and we'll be bringing you the broadcast here tonight on Mustangs TV. Mustangs pretty hot coming into tonight's matchup. 4-0 overall record, 2-0 in conference play. Raiders 3-1 overall. They are undefeated, however, in conference play at 2-0 as well. Mustangs coming off a big rivalry victory on the road against Chippewa Falls, 28-20. In that win, Steele Schaefer and Jod Higbee each had 2 touchdowns. The Mustangs were able to close out that victory with a pile of Schuler Insurance first downs to run out the clock on the Cardinals. Hudson coming off a big second half against River Falls. That game was actually tied at 20 at halftime. Hudson came out of the locker room hot. They ended up outscoring the Wildcats 27-6 in the second half, and ended up winning that one 47-26. Hudson averaging 26.3 points per game on the offensive end, allowing just 18.3. And that'll be a tough matchup here for the Mustangs here at Williams Stadium. Coming up in our pregame show, sponsored by TMS Tire and Auto and Wisconsin Credit Union. We'll talk with head coach Mike Sins. We'll go over the starting lineups and keys to the game, and we'll get ready for kickoff set for 7 p.m. here tonight from Williams Stadium. We'll be back with head coach Mike Sins after a word from our sponsor. You're watching Mustangs TV.
I can count.
On
Wisconsin Credit Union.
Now, Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin. Read it.
Wisconsin's.
I can't say it like she can say it.
I lost my words.
Let me just say it in my head one time.
I struggle with this part.
Why is this so hard?
Hard to say, but easy to do business with. Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin Credit.
Sorry, we have to start all over.
Good material here.
Back in the TMS Tire and Wisconsin Credit Union pregame show here on Mustangs TV. Joining us, head coach for the Menomonie Mustangs, Mike Sins. Mike, before we talk about this big matchup against Hudson, let's review last week. A very competitive, great environment, Veterans Night at Chi-High. Flyover That's the first. I've been doing a lot of high school football games. First flyover I've ever seen. Have you ever been part of a flyover in a high school football game?
Yeah, it was an awesome atmosphere. We talked about the entire week about how not a lot of high school athletes are able to play in a game like we got to play last Friday. Like you said, you had the Veterans Night. You had a flyover with, I think it was 3 or 4 planes. I can't remember how many it was, but it was awesome. It was so cool, and I'm glad that Coach Rakovich had us part of it in a big rivalry game, and he knew that there'd be a lot of people that want to come and watch Chip and Menomonie, and it was a packed house. It was a great game for our kids to play in, and just a great high school football game. Goes down to the last drive, and we were able to run the clock out. But Chip was a dang good team. They're 1-3, but they've been in every game, and they've played a really, really tough schedule the first 4 games.
Hey, talk about that at the end of the game there, kind of, Chip just scored a big touchdown on the long run on a 4th and 2. They pin you deep with a penalty and on a good defensive special teams play. They kind of got a momentum, but you guys pound the ball on the ground. Your offensive line controls the line of scrimmage. You're able to basically run the clock out with multiple first downs. I mean, as a coaching staff, that's got to be great for you to have that comfort level of the guys up front.
Yeah, big time. We're, like I've said before, we're a year older, bigger, faster, stronger. Last year, I don't think we'd be able to do that, and this year it's just different. We have a number of kids that started last year as underclassmen, and now they're juniors, seniors, well, even a couple sophomores because they played as freshmen, so they're sophomores this year. But just proud of our guys to be able to close the game out. Again, we didn't play a great game, but I'm glad we were able to to close it out.
Yeah, looking forward here, switching gears to the Hudson Raiders. Obviously, always a very good opponent here. It has been one of the top teams in the BRC the last couple of years. They are coming off a game where it was very competitive against River Falls, tied 20-20, and then they just opened up the floodgates and kind of blew them out in the second half. I know they got one of their players, Tyler Lazard, very good athlete, one of the only guys for Hudson to go both ways. They're at full strength now because he was out for a little bit to start this year. But tell us what you saw, especially in the second half against River Falls with this Hudson team.
Yeah, well, to start off with, Hudson's, they're big, they're fast, they're strong, they're twice our size. They're 1,850 kids. They got facility. They've got a lot of advantages. Put it that way. And they have a lot of athletes just in general overall. Their offense, they play as fast as they can on offense, and it's maybe 10 seconds between plays, and they're already snapping the ball, and that's a big advantage for them in our league because they play everyone one way other than Lazard, number 18, and they can just wear teams down, and that's what's happened this year for a lot of games they played. But the River Falls game, whenever River Falls gives up 47 points on defense, that the team that they're playing is pretty dang good, and that's what happened. I think it was tied. I think it was roughly maybe 20-20 at half or whatever, and then they scored. They just came out in the third quarter and just got after River Falls. And again, when you have guys playing one way and you're that big of a school, that's a huge advantage. And we're going to definitely, this game's going to come down to just, situational football, but we have to be smart. You get 6 timeouts, we're going to have to be really smart about using those because we're going to have to give guys like Steele and Andrew and Brody and a number of guys a break here and there because we're going to need it because they go so fast on offense. And again, we're looking forward to the challenge, but it's going to be it's an uphill battle, no doubt.
Also, I suppose rotating guys in as well as giving guys breaks. Some other guys that may not see as much action based on the pace of play may need to give these guys a breather, especially the guys going both ways.
For sure. And we've talked the entire week about when we sub on defense, it's got to be close to our sideline on our hash mark because we're not going to be able to have guys run in when they're snapping the ball that fast. It's different. We practice that way. We feel that we've put a lot of time and we've had 2 scout offenses go as quick as they can back to back for a 20-minute period and just try to get play after play after play so our kids know what it's going to be like on Friday night. And our scout teams did a great job at that, but it's nothing like the real game. And obviously the Hudson kids, our scout team does a great job, but they're not as fast as Hudson. So it will be a little eye-opening once the game kicks off.
Yeah, and let's recap or review, I should say, kind of the health status. We saw Drought. He's been out the last couple of weeks. Bryce Shepard went off last week. Cody Kazmarek He went off last week against Chi High. Give us an update health-wise on those players or anybody else that may be dinged up as well. And this is that time of year. You're almost halfway through the season. Guys are starting, to get injured or coming back from injury. Give us a health status on the Mustangs.
Yeah, we always talk about football like it's a numbers game. You need guys that are part of the program. You need guys out and quality backups and this and that. And Cody Kazmarek, he did tear his ACL. He tore it on a kickoff, a non-contact injury, and I had a feeling that was maybe what it was. And he got the news yesterday, so I feel terrible for him because he's a young man who started for us last year and this year on the D-line, and he's a 6'1", 220-pound young man who can squat a house, and he benches close to 300 pounds. Like, he's a guy that's just put in so much time, and he's a great athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete. And then Drought and Shepard, they're both going to give it a go tonight. They're not 100% or even close to it, but they're both just two tough kids, and we'll see how long they can go. Hopefully they can go the whole game, but again, we always talk to our other guys about you're one play away from going in the game, and I think our kids know that and understand that.
Well, we appreciate your time here, and good luck tonight against a Big Rivers Conference opponent, the Hudson Raiders. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
We'll continue the pregame on Mustangs TV.
TMS Tire and Auto is a proud sponsor of the Menomonie Mustangs. Family owned since 1978. TMS Tire and Auto has 3 locations in Baldwin, Boyceville, and Menomonie, and can serve all your automotive needs. Visit us online at tmstireandauto.com or call us at 715-235-9119 to schedule your appointment today. Go Mustangs!
Chad Sutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Field on the campus of UW Stone. Got some time here to go over our starting lineups in our TMS Tire and Auto and Wisconsin Credit Union pregame show. Joe is working on putting them up on your screen in front of you here. Go over those starting lineups. Might see some different names here, some guys coming back from injury as well. So, Joe, why don't we run down the offense here to start, or the defense to start, and let's roll.
Sounds good, Chad. And the defense has been good for the Mustangs so far throughout the season, and as you can see, it's pretty much the same guys, but there's a few changes. On the defensive line will be their senior captain, Andrew Schaefer. He will get spelled once in a while by Ben Helminski. Helminski's been taking some good snaps for the Mustangs. You also have Cole Smiskey and Max Erickson on the line. At linebacker, Anthony Sackery, Steele Schaefer, and Brody Thornton. Luke Pember is going to get snaps at linebacker today. There's going to be a little bit of a shift around with Cody Kazmarek out, as Coach Sins just talked about in his pregame interview. Walker Ferguson and Hayden Weir will be at the cornerback positions, and Brady Goodman and Ray Pember playing safety for the Mustangs. Moving over to the offensive side of the ball, Isaac Eckert, Andrew Schaefer, Ethan Schmidt, Bryce Shepard, and Drew Gunderson. Same offensive line that the Mustangs have been successful with for the first 4 games of the season. Tight ends will be Charlie Barron and Brody Thornton. Back from a couple weeks out with an injury, Jack Drought. He'll be taking snaps at the running back position along with Steele Schaefer. John Higbee, the successful fullback for the Mustangs, and the quarterback, junior Brady Johnson. So Mustangs, a couple changes on the defensive end, but otherwise they're not going to fix something that isn't broke.
Yeah, we see the Mustangs run out here on the field with the American flag. And last week, obviously, if you tuned in last week, that was quite a game at Chippewa Falls. We talked about that with head coach Mike Sins just moments ago. Great atmosphere, great night, and that Veterans Night at Dore Field 1 week ago, and a very nice victory for the Mustangs. They were trying to put the Cardinals away last week. They just kept kind of staying in there, but the Mustangs were able to run the clock out on them with some huge first downs there at the end of the game and get the victory. Here's some game notes here for tonight. Menomonie leads this all-time series against Hudson with 62 victories, 28 losses, and 2 ties. That goes all the way back to 1920, according to Leader Telegram. Hudson, however, has won the last 3 meetings. Last year they beat Menomonie 21-7. So in this series recently, at least, Hudson has had the upper hand with 3 consecutive wins against Menomonie. And before we'll get to the keys of the game here after the national anthem, but Joe, looking at Hudson, just obviously we saw it last week coming out of halftime. They really put a lot of points up. They've scored 47 of their total points just in the third quarter. So whatever they do coming out of the locker room seems to be really successful for them offensively. And I'm sure the coaching staff for Menomonie sees the same thing. And so those halftime adjustments offensively for Hudson has been very good here so far. For now, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with keys to the game right after the national anthem. But we'll send it over to the PA announcer, John Netterhauser, for the announcements and the national anthem here from Williams Field.
Team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the highest ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. And now, to honor America and those defending our freedom around the world, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the singing of the national anthem, performed tonight by Mr. Ralph Haas. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner there by Ralph Haas here at Williams Stadium on the campus of UW Stout, getting set up for a big matchup here. Joe, we got just a couple minutes here before we kick off. Some keys to the game here for the Mustangs to try to get their 5th victory to start this 23 campaign.
First of all, I agree. Great shout out to Mr. Haas. Mr. Haas is an English teacher at Menomonie Middle School. That guy, he does everything. He's working the end zone gate there tonight. Last night he did the score clock for the freshman football game. You'll see him if there's a school event. He's pretty much there. So thank you to Mr. Haas. But talking about the game tonight, Chad, when you talk about keys to the game, the Mustangs have had a winning formula. They've taken care of the ball. They've been pretty balanced with their offensive approach, and they've played good defense. Hudson, they have had some victories. They're 3-1. I think they've been a benefit of some turnovers from the teams they play against. And give the Raiders credit, a lot of times those turnovers are caused by good pressure. But also, like Coach Sin said in the pregame show, Hudson's only playing one guy both ways. So the Mustangs, they're going to have to control the ball on offense, take care of the ball, and if the thing's close at the end, it's really going to come down to a gut check for the boys. But Hudson has some terrific athletes. You can see it on the screen. You can see it in the roster there. You don't want to get in a track meet with these guys. You want to play Menomonie Mustangs football. Although I will say, I think the Mustangs are more balanced this year, and they're able to put the ball in the air if they need to.
They'll add one more thing to the keys to the game, whatever, stop them in the third quarter. The third quarter's been huge for Hudson this year. The points they've scored this year, a big chunk of them have been in the third quarter there. So coming out of halftime, and Menominee's been good at that. They've had that double dip or whatever we want to call it here, score before half and then score after halftime. They've had that many times, the opportunity. They've taken advantage of it a couple times as well through the first 4 games. But got a good one here tonight, Mustangs versus the Raiders. Both undefeated in conference. Another conference matchup we'll watch. Got around the area here. Eau Claire North is at Chippewa Falls. Chippewa Falls at Eau Claire North. That should be a good one as well. Eau Claire Memorial at River Falls. Superior at New Richmond. Again, New Richmond, North, Menomonie, and Hudson, the only left undefeated teams in conference here coming into tonight's contest.
And, Chad, I do have those matchups running on the bottom line on the ticker there. We'll try to update those scores the best we can throughout the night, but certainly at halftime and at the end of the game. And for the first time this year, Chad, the Mustangs are going to receive the opening kick. We talked about that double dip. They've been either deferring or kicking off the first 4 games, which has allowed them to score at the end of the first half, get the ball back, and in, I think, 3 out of the 4 games they scored coming out of halftime as well. So I would say this is an advantage for the Hudson Raiders, but it's just an advantage. It doesn't mean the game's going to go a certain way.
Jack Strong will kick it away. We have Schaefer and Goodman back to receive, and we are just a bit tardy. 7:02 our official kick time here, as Goodman will take it at the 10-yard line. Gets a big wedge in front of him, but gets down to about the 25-yard line here. That is where Menomonie will begin. Our official time and temp here, again, 7:02 as our temperature right now. 65 degrees, humidity 87%, dew point 61, wind southwest 5 miles an hour at the moment, so not a whole lot of breeze here, but a very nice night for football here if you're a football fan.
Mustangs coming out with 3 wide receivers. We have seen this. Mustangs have had some real nice 2-minute drills, and instead of going to double tight ends, they're going to spread the field to start the game.
Schaefer, the offset back, he's going into the flat, and that's where the ball's going to go. Got some room for him to run. He'll get a first down just past the 35. Well, no, correction. I think he's going to be just a touch short. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds about 1 yard short. So not a Schuler Insurance first down, but awfully close.
Well, and that's just a great way to start the game. You get the ball to probably your greatest playmaker, especially in space with Steele Schaefer, and it's a real safe pass. So good job by the Mustangs, and puts themselves in second and short. Now they go back to a little tighter formation.
And John Higbee, short yardage territory, just as I call it. He'll take it. Couple yards. Schuler Insurance first down for the Mustangs. A bunch of them last week. I was just telling you before we came on air, Joe, I think if I remember right, looking at the stats from 1 week ago, Menomonie, I think, had 23 first downs against Chi High. So they did a great job of moving the chains 1 week ago. Quick pitch out far side to Schaefer, and he's tackled in the backfield. A nice job by Dickman to get through there and get the TFL, and it's going to be second and long for the Mustangs.
Well, the Mustangs tried to catch the Raiders sleeping. They, kind of ran a formation where they took as soon as they got to the line of scrimmage, they snapped the ball and they tried to get around the edge. But give Hudson credit. They were ready for it.
Jack Drout's going to come onto the field. First time he's seen action in about 3 weeks. Good to see him out there. His last time he played was against DeForest when he was injured. He's been out the last couple weeks, and he's offsetting the shotgun to the left side there of Johnson. And here come the Mustangs. Thornton will receive the pass from Goodman, but we do have a flag up top there, and we'll see if there was a illegal formation or defensive offsides. Typically from the side judge, that may be one of the calls, but we'll wait to see from the white hat Jeff Linehan. The other officials here, Mark Bryan, Mike Elling, Pete Variza, and Robert Zaradka.
I'll tell you what, Chad, no matter what the result of this play ends up being, that was a real positive play for the Mustangs. Nice route by the receiver there, Brody Thornton. The guys up front did a good job cutting the defensive lineman, giving Brady Johnson a clear path to see and throw. and Johnson put it right on the money, and it looks like they're picking up the flag.
Yeah, they're waving it off, so no flag. Officials, you see Mike Sens here on the bottom of your screen near the 40, just in the bottom left, bottom corner. Get an explanation here from one of the side judges. So the play stands, and Menomonie will have a third, I'd say a long yard, very long yard.
Well, that was a
near
big
midfield.
that was a big pickup there after the tackle for loss on first down, facing second and about 13 to put themselves third and short. That's a real big second down play for Menomonie.
Schaefer the tailback. Thornton will reset now, right side.
Oh,
And a Mustang
move.
jumped. I believe jumping there was Ethan Schmidt on the right side. And you see him pat his shoulder pads, and that'll make it 3rd and 6 here for the Mustangs after the 5-yard penalty.
Well, and that's one of the things we talked about, taking care of the ball, not making the mistakes, and that's been part of the winning formula for the Mustangs during the first 4 games is very few penalties and taking care of the ball. So that's going to bring up 3rd down now, and Mustangs likely to go to the air again.
I formation, 2 receivers each side. Johnson's going to set up a screen there, right to Thornton down the middle. He'll get the first down and more. Breaks the tackle, breaks another one. He's got a lead blocker. One more to get to the end zone. Down to the 10. He'll be knocked out. No, he won't. That's a touchdown. Oh, correction. He was knocked out of bounds. The official pointing. No, that's a touchdown. I thought he was pointing at the 5-yard line. That is a 57-yard pass and catch there from Brady Johnson to Brody Thornton. What a play.
Chad, that was just a great job. Everyone did their job. The line held the defense just long enough before they let him through. And Brady Johnson, he put perfect touch on that ball. He looked like a basketball player playing quarterback that time. Real smooth and real confident, and that's just a big, big touchdown for the Mustangs.
And we got 9:55 left in this first quarter. Opening drive, Mustangs able to put it in. I think that was their biggest touchdown play of the year, tied to a Schaefer on a long run as Dickman puts it through here. Correction, Dingwall, puts her through on the PAT. Your score 7-0, and we'll be back. Go ahead.
And Chad, that touchdown was sponsored by Kai's Chevrolet. BYC Kai's for the best buys. Mustangs leading 7-0.
We'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. Big play there from Johnson to Thornton to start the scoring here tonight from Williams Field. Menomonie Mustangs lead 7-0 early. Dingwall will kick it away. High kick. And it's going to be taken at the 20 here for the Raiders. Falling ahead there. I believe that was one of the up-backs here, one of the receivers for the Hudson Raiders, number 26, Jamison, on the return. And we talked with head coach Mike Sins in the pregame show, if you missed it, talking about this Hudson offense. They really don't huddle, and they go quick, 10-12 seconds in between snaps, so you have to be ready defensively. Subbing can be a challenge here for the Mustangs tonight, is depending on how fast Hudson moves. Rylan Schultz, the quarterback. He'll option far side. There's one of those athletes, Jamison. Big pickup for him. That's almost a 20-yarder into Mustangs territory right away are the Raiders.
And Chad, Luke Pember, the sophomore, he's playing outside linebacker at the top end of the screen. They went right at him on that play. I'm not saying that Luke didn't do his job, but definitely a miscommunication between the linebacker and the defensive back.
And we have officials here. I think we have a strap or a helmet issue there, equipment problem with number 22. That being Ross Yeager, so he'll have to get that equipment fixed. Officials stop the game for that. And comes in here, number 42, Peyton Pingle, to replace him. Right side there. Good gainer on first down. Taking the ball there. Number 10, Roby. And that we talked about. Here's that quick fire offense for Hudson. They're right back up the line motion. And we won't call that a pitch. We will call it a pass, but fall it down in the backfield as Pingle, Turf Monster, got him, and a flag in the area of holding.
I think they're going to get Justin Roby holding Brody Thornton on that one. Thornton did a nice job on the near side end, holding his position. He went to go make the tackle. He never made contact. It was the Turf Monster that made the contact, but that's going to be a big, big penalty against the Raiders.
Yeah, and it looks like head coach Mike Sins will send them back. They were obviously have the option. It would have been about 3rd and 6, and now you're going to make it 2nd and 16. Actually, 2nd and 17. So quite a ways back here for Hudson. And Schultz will take it. He'll give it to Roby. Far side. Thornton trying to get him in the backfield. Roby able to break a tackle, break another one all the way into the defensive backfield. Pember finally takes him down. A big gainer. Thornton could have had a no gainer on him, but couldn't make the tackle. And 3rd and manageable here for now for Hudson.
Well, they pretty much picked up what they had lost on that penalty.
Yeah. Roby's trying to get it himself on the ground, comes up short, and it's going to be decision time here for the Raiders. Head coach Adam Knowles.
They're going so fast, Chad. It's going to be pretty difficult to keep the down and distance going on the live stream here.
Yeah, Adam Coles here is going to go for it. 4th and about 4, we'll say. Motion here. Yeah, if you're a Menomonie defender, you have to be ready immediately as that ball is spotted as Hudson right up to the line, and they're ready to go. 8:05 remaining here in this first quarter. Going deep on 4th down, and it's going to be caught by Lazard. A long pass there into red zone territory down to about the 7-yard line, make it the 8. But the defender there, Pember, had good coverage, just the ball pretty much went right over his head.
Yeah, that was Walker Ferguson. He was in perfect position, but he just didn't look for the ball.
Trying to get the edge here is Hudson.
There's
nice
Pember.
Tackle there.
The older
Mike
Pember.
Sell Insurance. Ray Pember tackle for loss.
Yeah, great job by Ray coming up from the safety position there. And the Mustangs have done a good job stringing out those end arounds. And that is a Mike Sell Insurance tackle for a loss.
All set to Schultz's left is Roby. And Roby will take it right up the middle. He's met there at the line of scrimmage. And finally taken down there by Zachary. Also in on the play is Schaefer.
They're going so fast. We're not even under 7 minutes here in the first quarter. This is going to be a track meet tonight.
And we're going to have a lot of possessions at this pace. Looking left side, trying to hit a slant there, intended for Coleman, but overthrew him a little bit. And we have another 4th down here.
Looks like they're going to kick.
Goal from the 11. They're going to try to get 3 here.
At least they're bringing on their kicking unit. That's a long way to go. Yeah, they're at the 11-yard line. I think they will try to settle for a field goal.
So Jack Strong here with 7:03, trying to get Hudson on that scoreboard. Make it a 29-yarder officially. See if he can put it through the uprights. Good snap. Ball down, kick on its way, and he pulls it left. The kick missed by Jack Strong gives it back to the Mustangs, and they will take over on their own 19.
Well, I don't know if that counts as a Siri Benrud photography turnover, but regardless, the defense holds, and Mustangs with a 7-0 lead getting the ball back here with just under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, nice job there by that defense. A big 4th down there by Hudson, got him inside the 10-yard line, but Mustangs were really good in the next 3 plays and able to keep Hudson off the scoreboard with a missed field goal.
Mustangs with a tight formation.
Drout's going to take it. His first carry since DeForest. He'll go right up the middle for a couple. Nice to see him back in Mustang uniform here. He'll take a breather. That right ankle taped up tonight. Got a brace on as well. And Schaefer comes in to relieve him.
Well, it's kind of important for the offense to, even though they really just had a nice drive throwing the ball, you still want to try to control that clock a little bit. Give your defense a little bit of time on the sideline, even though a lot of these guys are going both ways.
Schaefer's going to get back maybe to about the 25, so pickup of a yard. That's going to make it 3rd and 5 here for the Mustangs. Now, this is one where you definitely want to move the chains here for Schuler Insurance first down. Like you said, give your defense maybe a little bit of a breather here as the ball's getting changed here on this 3rd down play.
Makes you think they might be throwing, huh?
We'll find out. Big shift, and yeah, we got something going on. This might cause a timeout here from Hudson. It does not. Johnson, quick throw, far side. Schaefer breaks the tackle. He's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. He fell down about where he needed to go.
He didn't get much of a spot on that. I think he's going to be short.
Yeah, he's going to be about, boy, I don't even know, are they going to measure? They are not. They're going to mark 4th down. So he, and the Mustangs need to get about a half a yard, and this might be a situation where you come up, try to draw him off sides and take a timeout potentially, but we'll see.
I'd sneak it.
Brady Johnson, just like the Eagles did on Monday night multiple times with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it looks like they are just trying to draw him off sides. Brady Johnson's a pretty good-sized kid. I would think he'd be able to get a yard.
So a timeout. Head coach Mike Sins for Menomonie. We'll do the same on Mustangs TV. Mustangs 7-0 over Hudson early. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Chad Zutter, Joe Zadomski back with you here from Williams Stadium on the campus of UW Stout. A 4th and very short here for the Mustangs coming out of their timeout. And we do not see Ryan Dingwall on the field here, the punter for the Mustangs. They're coming out of this timeout. They're going to go for it.
Hey, you got an all-conference center and Andrew Schaefer. You got a good-sized quarterback. Just have him keep it right up the middle.
Schaefer going to give it to John Higbee, the short yardage specialist, and he'll take care of it as well. So they get 3. They needed a half a yard to the Mustangs on their own 29-yard line.
And that's a big Schuler Insurance first down, Chad. You know, after the Mustangs come out in their opening drive, go all the way down the field and score, Hudson misses the field goal. Now it's the Mustangs' opportunity to take some of this clock, and it's now under 5 minutes. Mustangs are possessing the ball. You got to like it.
6 linemen now in the game. We see Tyler Legge check in, or correction, I think. No, he is. 6 linemen now in the game here for the Mustangs. He did not replace anybody.
Oh, they're pulling out all the stops. The Coach Labuda shift on that one.
Jack Trout will take it here left side. Be met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell forward for a half a yard. And we got 4.5 left and ticking in this first quarter. Menomonie's pace a little different here than Hudson's side offensively, but a whole slew of new guys come in here for the Mustangs.
I think it's smart by the coaches. I'm sure some people out there, you know, they saw Menomonie score on those passes right away in that first possession. But you want to try to stay balanced. And, again, you want to try to keep Hudson off the field a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to the air here.
2nd and long here. Schaefer, the tailback. And they are doing the play action roll to the right here for Johnson. He's got somebody open, that being Goodman. Breaks the tackle into Hudson territory. Big Schuler Insurance first down and a gainer of about 23.
That was just a real nice play, and you can see Isaac Ellison, the tight end. He was almost like an H-back on that one. He had a little bit of motion, set up more in a fullback type of position, but that puts a really good receiver out in the flat. And then Goodman, he just did a good job finding an open area. He turned around, sat in the zone, and Johnson just delivered a beautiful pass right to him.
Mustangs come up with trips to the left, shotgun, and Goodman all alone here in the bottom of your screen. Drought offset to Johnson's left. He'll pick up the blitz, and Johnson will be sacked. Not a lot of time there. Number 14, Tepper Ang in on the sack. Also number 6, Sam Dickman. Both kind of sandwiched the quarterback Johnson on that one, and that'll make it 2nd and long after the sack.
Brady missed his hot route on that one. Isaac Ellison was on the far side, just about even with the line of scrimmage. Had Brady delivered it to his hot route, I think Isaac would have been able to pick up 5 or 6 yards. But at least he held on to the ball.
Another shotgun look here for Johnson. He'll take it. Got the time this time, and he'll overthrow Goodman. Had him on a slant. Throw a little off the mark. 3rd and long, and this time we may see that patented Menomonie screen right here, which they've run successfully. Ran it for a touchdown on the last possession.
You know, if you can pick up about 7 or 8 yards, you'd be in 4-down territory. But, I think that last sack might have rattled Brady just a little bit, kind of throwing off his back feet. He'll have to stand in here on this one.
See Barron at the tight end on the far side. They've run a tight end screen with him before as well. But they're going to do a draw with Drought. Up the middle, breaks the tackle, gets about 4 yards, and I'll make it 4th and 11. And this could be a field position change where you just try to pin him deep right here. That's exactly what head coach Mike Sins is thinking.
Yeah, I would think so, Chad. You know, you're got an awful long way to go. And the way the defense has been playing, make Hudson take a long field to try to put points on the board. Here we are, about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. The Menomonie Mustangs just took about 5 minutes off of the time clock.
Ryan Dingwall will be the punter. Back to receive here for Hudson is Yeager. All alone. If Dingwall can pin the Raiders inside their 10. It's always the goal here of a punter. Good punt. Dingwall high. And Yeager will not call for a fair catch, and a great tackle by Kane Johnson immediately as he caught it.
I watched Kane Johnson that entire series. He's the long snapper. Made a really nice snap to Dingwall, and you can't cover the long snapper, so he has a free release. And Kane Johnson did a great job getting down there, maintaining his control, and really wrapping up with a nice tackle. So excellent job there by the Menomonie senior, Kane Johnson.
Yeah, that's a name we've mentioned multiple times on special teams this year in situations like that. As the long snapper, like you said, Joe, you get that free release, and Johnson is a good enough athlete where he can tackle a punt returner, and he's done it multiple times here this season. Lots of time to throw there for Schultz. He's going to go deep to Lazard. Intercepted! What a play there by Ferguson. A Siri Benrud turnover. Walker Ferguson got burnt last time. He got his redemption this time. And that sponsor, again, Siri Benrud turnover sponsor. Contact Siri to create memories that last a lifetime. What a big play for the defense for the Mustangs.
And you called it, Chad. Walker Ferguson, when he looks back at the film from the first pass, earlier in the quarter, he's going to be disappointed he didn't look back. That time he did a great job, and the ball hung in the air a little bit longer, and Walker did an awesome job high-pointing that ball against a real good receiver, Lazard, who just kind of kept drifting down the field. The ball was underthrown, and Walker Ferguson made him pay.
Menominee's got it pretty much almost at the same position they did on that 4th and 11. And Johnson looking to throw in the flat to Goodman. He's going to cut inside and pick up a couple, and he's met by a couple linebackers there by Hudson and hit hard.
But nice job there by Brady Goodman, securing the ball and a real nice pass from Brady Johnson. And if you can pick up 4 yards on first down on a pretty safe pass play, let's see more of it. We're almost to about a minute left here in the first quarter, Chad.
This first quarter is seeing a bunch of excitement. We've had a turnover, a long touchdown, and already 5 possessions. No, 5 possessions. 5 different possessions in this first quarter. Schaefer will take it far side, trying to get past the 45, and that's where it'll end up. Make it a 3rd and very manageable 3, and you're definitely in 4-down territory here.
Mustangs just not able to get to that second level on their run so far, and looks like they are going to run one more play. Jack Trout running the play in. Steele Schaefer running off here on the near side. There's
under 20, I think, left in this first quarter, if I can see from our
that
point.
pole's in my way. I thought we were down to 3 seconds, but it's actually 13 and counting.
So Higby's going to take it up the middle. He's got a Schuler Insurance first down, and that's how we'll end this first quarter. 5 seconds remain. They'll stop the clock to move the chains, but the Mustangs, I'm sure, will elect to take their break here and head into the second quarter. As they do, we'll take a break here on Mustangs TV. Mustangs up 7-0 on the Raiders. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium and the campus of UW Stout. Mustangs coming into the second quarter with the only score so far tonight. Hudson did have a chance to put points on the board in that first quarter. A missed 29-yard field goal, however. And the Mustangs with the ball in the lead and in Hudson territory in a 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Play action. He's got Barron in the flat, does Johnson, and he'll pick up near a first down. I don't know if he quite had it, but it's going to be close.
Nice
Knocked
job
out
there.
About a yard short.
Nice job by Charlie Barron keeping his feet. Number 2, Jack LeBlanc, came up from the defensive backfield, and he kind of hit Charlie right by his waist, but Charlie did a good job just keeping his feet and picking up a few extra yards. Looks like he is just short of the first down, but that'll bring up 2nd and 1. Could be a good time to take a shot here, Chad.
Yeah, it would be a very good time, and we'll see if Menomonie does that. You got Charlie Barron at the tight end on the near side. On the top side of your screen, you got Thornton at the tight end.
I kind of like him controlling the ball, though, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, the short yardage specialty, John Higby will pick up that first down. Schuler Insurance first down. We get to say that name quite a bit. We said it a lot last week with the Mustangs able to move the chains, I believe, 23 times last week, and doing a good job of picking up a bunch this week as well.
And this is a winning formula. The time of possession is very lopsided. You know, the Mustangs did get the ball to start the game, but they've controlled the ball on offense. They've run some clock. They've been balanced, though. They've also moved the ball through the air. But, again, keeping that explosive Hudson offense off the field, that's a winning formula here. Now the boys just got to get the ball in the end zone.
Another change of footballs here as Menomonie tosses in a new one, and play clock will now begin. Mustangs get up to the line of scrimmage. Motion there by Ellison. Schaefer will take it. He'll be hit right at the line of scrimmage. He bounces off, and he'll pick up about 4, maybe even 5 there. Great job by Schaefer to not go down on that first contact, and makes it 2nd and about 6, we'll say.
You know, one thing to think about is that, you know, Hudson is only playing one guy both ways. So all this time that the Menomonie offense has the ball on the field, the Hudson offense, they're over there standing. And, you know, it's kind of like a pitcher. You know, you go in there and you get 3 outs, and, you know, sometimes the offense, if they have a long inning, you're sitting on the bench, it's hard to go back out there and pick up your rhythm. So this could be real effective here for Menomonie.
Play action look. Johnson will roll to his left. He'll let Ellison breaks the
nice
tackle.
Move.
Nice move down to the 5 and inside the 5, taken down at the 1-yard line. Great pickup by Ellison there to avoid a couple tackles and almost got into the end zone.
Pretty shifty moves there by the junior from Menomonie, Isaac Ellison. Isaac's a heck of a basketball player as well, and he looked like a basketball player weaving through the lane, and that was a really nice pass by Johnson, moving to his left, and the Mustangs, again, staying very balanced. His 1st and goal on what, the 1-yard line?
1-yard line, and also known as John Higby territory. He is the man up front. And it'll be Schaefer instead. He'll take it in. Schaefer is 10th touchdown here this season. Will give the Mustangs a 13-0 lead. And that touchdown sponsored by Kai Chevytown, as you see on your scoreboard. BYC Kai's for the best buys. See all the inventory at ChevytownUSA.com. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kai Chevytown.
Yeah, just a great job by the Mustangs. And I'm really surprised that these teams keep leaving the area over the fullback open. I think Higbee could have ran it in too, but just a really nice job there. Good play call, and Steele Schaefer, he's got a nose for the end zone. And here comes Ryan Dingwall to try to kick the extra point.
Dingwall, good snap, good hold, kick down, and through the uprights. And your score 14-0. Great start here for Menomonie. We are 10-11 left in this second quarter, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium on the campus of UW Stout. And Dingwall set to kick it away. Mustangs 2 touchdowns on 4 possessions here. Dingwall will kick it left, and that will scoot right out of bounds and give good field position here to the Raiders.
It started to check up there, Chad.
It almost did. Almost did check up like a good 7-iron, but scooted the wrong way.
Chad, I got to try out this Kai Chevytown overlay again. Doesn't look like we have the right...
we'll get that.
Let's check that out. No, not quite.
We'll get that fixed here. I know it's in there somewhere. And, we'll, I know our advertisers give us feedback, and we'll get all that stuff corrected. A big thanks to all our advertisers and sponsorships, obviously making these broadcasts happen and available. So we'll get that corrected here. And there we go. We got her. Hudson on their way. Big hole there for Roby. He'll get through and get a first down all the way in the Mustangs territory. And knocked out of bounds at about the 40. A big 25-yard gain there on that 1st and 10. Right into Mustangs territory. He's had a couple big runs, has Roby. And Hudson looking to move quickly. But like you said, Joe, this offense has been on the sidelines a long time. And Mustangs defense had a lot of time to look as well. Option look to Roby. Or correction, make that Yeager. Correction again, make that Pingle.
Boy, the Mustangs had all the assignments down. Brody Thornton just got sucked in a little bit. If Brody keeps contained, that's going to go for no gain. But because he got sucked in a little bit, Raiders able to pick up about 4.
So Schultz getting the instructions here from the Hudson sideline. That'll be Yeager here trying to get wide. Instead, he'll cut right up, and he'll be met right at the line of scrimmage there by Schaefer. Also in on the play, Max Erickson here for the Mustangs. And Max Erickson not wearing his patented red gloves.
Oh, I guess not
tonight.
Huh?
He's going old school.
All right.
Just bare skin.
They used to say if you're an offensive lineman, wear the color gloves of the opposing jersey. That way the referees don't see holding quite as much. But Max is playing on the defensive line.
Schultz looking for a slant. He'll hit Lazard in rhythm, I should say. Easy touchdown, 36 yards, and Hudson on the board.
Yeah, Lazard's one heck of a player, and he ran a good route. The quarterback made a good throw, and what was problematic is that the Mustangs had an opportunity to take him down, but Lazard's the type of athlete, if you don't get him down on the initial attempt, he's going to accelerate and go to the end zones, and that's what they did. Touchdown Raiders.
So 9:27 here in this Second quarter remains, and just like that, Hudson back within a score. That was a 3-play drive. That was a quick score from their own 35. Trying to make it 7 is Jack Strong, and he does. Your score 14-7, Mustangs over Hudson. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium. Jack Strong to kick it away here for the Hudson Raiders, and Pember and Schaefer back to receive. It will be, actually, correction, make it Hoff. Will take it at the 10, right up the middle. Hoff past the 30, down to the 35. Good job for that little guy to get through a very small opening, and a nice return there for James Hoff. Gets Mustangs right in good field position here for their offense.
Yeah, good blocking up front and really good patience by James Hoff, letting his blockers get set and lead the way. But James has so much speed. He's always one missed tackle from going all the way, and good job taking care of the ball. You can see James had both arms wrapped around that ball. There was no way he was giving it up.
So Brady Johnson will come out and lead the Mustangs here on a tight formation with Jack Trout as the tailback, Higbee and Johnson, the upbacks. They'll have a shift here, Will Higbee and Johnson. And trying to pitch it to the outside, Trout. He's going to hit, and he falls. Ball falls on the turf, turnover, Mustangs. Recovering it there was, I believe, number 34 for the Raiders, Max Deschamps. But I did not see who caused that fumble.
Yeah,
but a big turnover there for the Mustangs.
Pretty sure it was number 9, Zach Dalton, coming in from the linebacker position. And, you know, Jack's been out for a couple weeks and definitely looked a little rusty on that one.
So Hudson with some good field position here. And in the shotgun, Schultz, we see that pretty much all game fake to him, or I should say fake to Yeager, and Schultz will go right up the middle, pick up about 5. With under 9 to go now in this second quarter. And remember, Hudson now, they got a chance. They have a double dip opportunity. Still a lot of time left, obviously, in this second quarter, but they'll get the ball to start the second half, Will Hudson. Yeager's going to take it left side, open for him. He'll get a first down inside the red zone and down to about the 16. This Mustangs defense looking to clamp up here. They did it once already in the red zone. Need to do it again.
Looks like the Mustangs have Andrew Schaefer over center here on this possession.
Little motion, Yeager. They'll go Roby right up the middle, and they'll be met at the line of scrimmage. Does fall forward, though. He just kept those legs churning, able to pick up 3.
Well, the Mustangs had some pretty good momentum, but after that fumble, Hudson, they're looking like they have a little extra pep in their step here on this offensive possession.
Quarterback Schultz looking to throw left side. Instead, he'll take it up the middle on a keeper. And he knocked right back. What a hit there. Delivering that hit, Steele Schaefer.
Yeah, Steele really doing a great job at that linebacker position. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Now make it a long 2 here for the Raiders. Roby offset to the left to Schultz. He'll pitch it in front of him to Yeager. Yeager get in the corner, gets a first down. He'll be hit at the 5 and be pulled back there by Pember. That'll be 1st and goal for Hudson at the 4.
Well, we're still at 7.5 minutes left in the half. It's just, this is a different pace than we've seen the first 4 weeks.
Right up the middle, Roby breaks the tackle, and he'll get in the end zone. Roby, a 4-yard touchdown run, is going to get the Raiders within a point.
Cole Smiskey had a chance at him in the backfield and just wasn't able to keep his feet. Nice play there by Hudson, and it's a new game, Chad.
Yeah, we got a brand new game, all tied. Well, not tied up yet. We still need the extra point here, attempted by Strong, but the 4-yard touchdown run by Roby here has got them a chance to tie it here with the Strong PAT. Snap a little high, good hold there, however.
Off the upright.
By Schultz, and
it hit the left upright.
Jack Strong misses, so yeah, no guarantees here. Your score 14-13. Mustangs still lead by a point. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here at Williams Stadium, campus of UW Stout. Hudson, last 2 possessions of foot points up on the board, and they're within a point. Strong's PAT was just missed right off the upright here moments ago. Otherwise, this game would be tied. James Hoff to take it right at the 5-yard line, and that was kind of an in-betweener as he does get to the 15, but that was one you think might go out of bounds, but you're not sure, so you got to get it, and that was a tough one. Great kick there by Strong to kind of pin him in that position, and Mustangs a little farther back than last possession.
Mustangs got to do something to get that momentum back. You know, they had a couple really nice drives there in the first quarter, and kind of seems like they're just a little shell-shocked after that big touchdown pass to Lassard, the fumble by Jack Trout, and then Hudson going and scoring again. But sometimes a missed extra point like that, sometimes that can make a big difference in terms of momentum.
Mustangs going to look shotgun here to start on this possession. Freddie Johnson has Jack Trout offset to his left. He's going to look for him in the flat. He does overthrow him.
Oh, what's that all about? Yeah, that's a penalty.
That is a penalty here on the Hudson Raiders. Number 31 there is going to be flagged. That's one of the defensive backs, Colton Schwartz, flagged with the unnecessary roughness.
Well, and that's a good call there. You know, this is football, and you want the game to be physical, but there was just no need for that. The play was already determined, and the defensive back took a cheap shot. So talk about momentum changer. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Mustangs now at the 30-yard line.
Well, let's see if the Mustangs can take advantage of that miscue here by Hudson. Got a little more breathing room now.
Still 7 minutes to go in the half.
Shift there by Johnson and Higbee. And Schaefer is going to take it. He'll be hitting the backfield. He does get back to the line of scrimmage, however. And under 7 to go now in this first half. The Mustangs are able to move the ball pretty well in this first half. Hudson's defense has made some plays, however, recently. Obviously, the one turnover there they caused by hitting Jack Trout in the backfield gave them 6 points. Able to convert on that. Now the Mustangs are on the 2nd and long here. Almost a double wing look with the back and a little farther back. That's Jack Trout in the backfield. Play action. Brady Johnson over to Ellison. He'll catch it, but he get hit right immediately. Maybe picked up a yard. That's going to be 3rd and long. This Hudson defense starting to make some plays, making it tougher on the Mustangs at the moment.
Well, the play-action pass has been so effective for the Mustangs in the first 4 games of the season, but when you're not able to run the ball effectively, the play-action pass isn't going to be as effective either. So good job by Brady Johnson finding his hot receiver, and that's just that's a good defensive play. There's not much you can do.
So 3rd and long here for the Mustangs. 3rd and 8. They have it up on the scoreboard here. On our screen as well. Motion here, Ellison. Under center, Johnson. Play action look here for Schaefer, setting up a screen, and Schaefer will drop it. Even if he catches that, he's got nowhere to go. Hudson had pressure on Johnson, also had some guys around Schaefer as well, defended very well. And that will bring up a punting situation here for the Mustangs from their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, and you can tell the Hudson Raiders are well coached, and Big Rivers Conference is so competitive. These coaches on all sides do such a good job. You know, on that earlier running play to steal Schaefer, the coaches in the box next to us, you could hear him yell counter. And on that one there, Hudson got fooled on the screen in the first quarter. Definitely not that time.
Yeah, they played that one very well, did the Raiders, on that 3rd and 8. As Ryan Dingwall had a good punt last time. Kane Johnson made a great tackle deep in Hudson's territory. See if Dingwall can change the field position here with his punt as well. Kane Johnson, good snap. Dingwall, kind of a line drive, but out
kick.
of the way of Yeager, and that's hopefully going to get a Mustangs bounce. It'll be down to the 30 as Johnson will scoop it up here. And hoping you get a little bit more roll on that one, but take it nonetheless. That's a pretty good punt here for Ryan Dingwall. About a 35-yarder.
We do have some scores from around the conference here, Chad, and I got them going on the bottom line. Chippewa Falls is playing at Carson Park against Eau Claire North. Chippewa up early, 17-0. River Falls hosting Eau Claire Memorial. River Falls leading 14-0. And New Richmond hosting Superior up big early, 27-0. So far in the Big Rivers, this is the game of the night.
That's a close one here, obviously. Option look, and good job, Max Harrison. And Ray Pember will be a big loss there. A Mike Sale insurance tackle for losses. The quarterback there, Schultz, he just kept going back. He was kind of going the wrong way. He just kept going back and back and back. And that was almost a 10-yard loss, make it 8 officially. But, wow, what a nice play there defensively by the Mustangs.
And the guy who made that play was Brody Thornton. He was the end, and he kept that thing strung out, turned it back inside. The quarterback had nowhere to go because of Brody Thornton.
Going to Lazard and breaks the tackle, and he'll get a first down. Wow. 2nd and 18, and you pick up a first down on a pass to Lazard. And you can tell he makes a difference here for the Raiders when you need a big play. You saw the quarterback, too. Schultz was just, he's just kind of looking at him the whole time. He kind of knew he was going to before that snap even happened, I think. Right up the middle will go Roby. Picks up 4.
Yeah, nice job there by the sophomore. Luke Pember sticking his nose in there. Also, Anthony Zachary, Steele Schaefer. But on that last pass to Lazard, it's kind of like the touchdown pass. Steele Schaefer had a chance at him from the inside linebacker position, but Steele just a little bit off balance, not able to wrap him up.
Roby up the middle again, and he'll fall near a first down. Going to depend on the spot. I think he's short. He is. And you see Lazard, who took the last 2 plays off for the Raiders. He will check back in on this 3rd and short.
Yeah, Lazard ran over to the sideline after that last catch. I don't know if he was having his knee looked at or what, but he's back out there on the near side.
Roby up the middle. Hit. Ball loose on the turf. We'll see who picked it up, but that ball looked like it squirted out. Must have bounced right back to him.
That's
and a first down here for the Raiders.
That's a break for the Raiders. So far, there's been 2 fumbles in this game. Jack Trout fumbled one, and the Raiders were able to recover. That time, Hudson able to recover the fumble of itself.
Yeager will take it, trying to get the edge. Good job, Thornton, to string it out there, and Pember will come up and clean it up right at the line of scrimmage. Mike Sell Insurance, we'll call it a no-gainer tackle.
Yeah, again, Brody Thornton doing his job. And that's how team defense works. A lot of times it's not the guy making the play who actually makes the tackle. It's the guy who holds his position.
Dropping back. Schultz looking for Lazard. Nope, he's going to go short this time. To Jamison, and Jamison will pick up about 6, being taken down there by Pember and Thornton about to the 40.
Well, you can see as soon as Hudson goes back to pass, everyone's looking for Lazard, and that left Jamison with some room to catch the ball and run. But that'll bring up 3rd and about, 4?
We're going to have a reset here as Yeager motioned but then stopped, and all the entire Hudson team looking on that top sideline here on your screen for their direction. We're going to have a timeout here by the Mustangs before the snap. So we'll do the same here. 1 point lead for the Mustangs. 2:27 remains in this first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here on Mustangs TV. The big third and, we'll say 4 here as they have on the scoreboard for the Raiders here. A pump and go, but they're going to throw it short to Lazard. He wasn't even looking. Incomplete. 4th down here. Hudson, a little miscommunication there. They had Yeager trying on an up and out. Or an out and up, I should say. And then Lazard, they were going to go too short, but he didn't have his eyes on the quarterback.
So 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half. This is a big play, 4th and 4.
Oh my goodness. That's caught. It was tipped and caught by Coleman on that 4th and 4. I didn't see what Mustang got a hand on it, but somebody did. What a great play there by Coleman to concentrate and catch that deflected ball.
Oh, talk about a bad break.
Quick snap, right up the middle. Taking it is Roby, and he is just inside the red zone down to the 18. That's a big gainer on 1st down. Make it 2nd and short. And Hudson now a chance, Joe, for a double dip here right before halftime as they get the ball to start the second half.
Minute 50 and counting.
Option left side with Yeager. Yeager's going to break a tackle past the 10 down to the 6. That'll move the chains and give Hudson a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. We'll see if Hudson kind of takes their time here with 1:40 left. You know, they can run at least 30 seconds off here before they snap and run it probably under a minute, but they're not going to elect to do that. They're in rhythm. And before that, we're going to have a timeout here, I believe, or a flag, one of the two. Yeah, flag on the top of the field.
Oh, it's a legal procedure.
That's going to send Hudson back. Big break here for the Mustangs.
So it's still going to be 1st and goal, but now it's going to be from the 13, I believe. That's a break for Menomonie. 1 minute and 32 seconds left here. Mustangs only have 1 timeout left. I think right now all they're worried about is trying to stop the Raiders.
So 1st and goal now from the 12-yard line. On a pass, I think that was incomplete there.
Yeah, Andrew Schaefer, the nose tackle, got his hands up and knocked it down right at the line of scrimmage.
Quick throw there from Schultz and trying to get it to a slant pattern, but makes it 2nd and 13. 2nd and goal, from the 13. 1:20 to go. I go with Roby right up the middle, breaks a tackle past the 5, and he is in the end zone. 13-yard touchdown run by Roby is going to give Hudson the lead after Menomonie started 14-0 in this game.
Well, give the Raiders credit. You know, they missed a field goal, missed an extra point, but they were able to turn the Mustangs over once, and boy, the Mustangs had a couple good opportunities there. That 3rd down completion that went right through the hands of the Mustangs linebacker was a killer, and now the Mustangs will be going into halftime behind the way it's looking.
They're going to do a fake
halfback
option here, and incomplete on the 2-point try. So it's 19-13. Hudson with the lead here over Menomonie.
19-14.
19-14. You're right. And we'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. Strong will kick it away here for Hudson now with 3 consecutive touchdowns. They lead 19-14, and Hoffer will take it at the 15-yard line, get behind the wedge, pound forward, and get down to about the 25-yard line. Minute 05 remains in this first half. Menomonie just with 1 timeout left. And they led this game early 14-0. Since then, Hudson has kind of battled back, and in the second quarter, they've scored 3 touchdowns to take the lead. A missed extra point and a failed attempt on a 2-point conversion has them at 19 at the moment.
Well, there is enough time. The Mustangs have showed the ability to go down the field quickly. What you got to be careful of here, though, is that you just can't afford to give up 6 the other way. And Mustangs have a great receiving core, and Johnson's shown great ability to sling that thing down the field. But you got to get good blocking up front, and you got to have good decision making here.
In the shotgun, Johnson's going to look to his left to start. He'll be hitting the backfield, taking down a sack there by Tepperang. He's got a couple here tonight, and that's really going to put the Mustangs on the tough end of putting points on the board here and then make it 2nd and 20.
Well, I think Hudson has 3 timeouts. I'm a little surprised they're not using one here.
Yeah, I would think you might maybe make them do some things to try to kick it away, but Hudson's satisfied with the lead and down a distance right now for the Mustangs.
What do we have, 32 seconds and counting?
Now 30. Yep, we're under 30 now. Mustangs might just run a play here and end the first half. They're going to give it to Schaefer up the middle. Past the 20, down to about the 23-yard line, and we'll see if Menomonie even chooses to run another play. They may not.
I won't.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they will. We're under 10 seconds now on the Mustangs. Not even in the huddle. They are going to send her to halftime. So your halftime score, the Hudson Raiders 19, the Menomonie Mustangs 14. Stay tuned here for our TMS Tire and Auto and Wisconsin Credit Union halftime show. We'll recap this first half. We got a student council member, Katrina Draskowski, showing up here for the halftime interview as well. We'll talk to her, and we'll be back on Mustangs TV in about a minute. We'll be back right after this.
I can count.
On West Wisconsin Credit Union.
Now, Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin. Read it.
Wisconsin's.
I can't say it like she can say it.
I lost my words.
Let me just say it in my head one time.
I struggle with this part.
Why is this so hard?
Hard to say, but easy to do business with. Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin Credit.
Sorry, we have to start all over.
Good material here.
TMS Tire and Auto is a proud sponsor of the Menomonie Mustangs, family owned since 1978. TMS Tire and Auto has 3 locations in Baldwin, Boyceville, and Menomonie, and can serve all your automotive needs. Visit us online at tmstireandauto.com or call us at 715-235-9119 to schedule your appointment today. Go Mustangs!
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium on the campus of UW Stoughton. Halftime score, as you see at the bottom of your screen, Hudson up 19-14 on the Menomonie Mustangs. We'll recap that first half in a moment, but for now we're going to talk with Katrina Draskowski, one of the student council members. Homecoming coming up next week, and for this interview, I'm going to send her over to Joe Zadowski.
Very good, Chad. Thanks a lot, and thank you to Katrina Draskowski for joining us up here in the broadcast booth. Katrina, you're a senior this year, right?
Yes.
And Katrina attended the school board meeting on Monday, and during the school year, every single school board meeting, every regular school board meeting, the second Monday of the month, a student representative comes and talks to the school board about things happening at Menomonie High School. And tonight, Katrina is going to share some information with us about the start of the school year, and we're going to talk a little bit about all the activities coming up next week for homecoming. But Katrina, first thing first, welcome back. How's things going at Menomonie High School for the start of the school year?
Things have been going very well. Classes have started off well. A lot of our sports and clubs have been off to a great start, and we are very busy getting ready for our homecoming week, which we are all very excited about.
Well, you bring up homecoming week, and it's hard to believe homecoming's next week already. Seems like a little bit earlier than normal, but just the way the schedule worked out, homecoming will be next week. And certainly, Chad and I will be here for the game against Eau Claire North. But the game is only one piece. The football game is only one piece of the homecoming week. What else is going on for homecoming?
Well, we have a lot of different activities. We have many different activities within our school. So our students will be participating in wall decorations and skits and a games assembly, which is always very fun. And then for our community, we have a coronation assembly on Friday the 22nd at 2:25, which anybody from the community is welcome to join. And then we also have our parade, which is also on Friday the 22nd, and that is at 4 o'clock. And that starts at the Leisure Center. And it's a great way to get our community involved and just anybody in the community to show off their business or their club. And we welcome anybody from Menomonie to come, or anybody who wants to come and see all the different floats and stuff. And it's going to be a very fun week. And we also have different dress-up days at our school, which is always super fun. And all our classes will be competing to see who wins the most events during the week.
So, Katrina, you being a senior, you're experienced at homecoming week. And you mentioned there's just a ton of activities. There's something for everyone, whether you're talking about wall decorations, putting on a skit, playing in a ball game, the coronation assembly, the parade. It really is a special week at Menomonie High School. When you think back to your first 3 years at the high school and you think about homecoming memories, anything that stands out to you?
Well, homecoming week was always super fun, and I do remember our freshman year. It was my first year doing stuff for student council, and everything was new, and it was a little bit scary for us freshmen, and it was also during COVID. But I do remember that we did wall decorations that year, and we ended up winning, and I was in charge of that, so that was pretty exciting. And I just remember all the different things we've done in the past years, and our grade usually gets pretty into it, and we always end up having a ton of fun, and most of our class gets involved in it.
Well, it is. It's just a great opportunity for students to get involved. And I've talked about this before. There's a lot of studies out there and related to sports specific, but students who are involved in activities typically also have higher achievement in the classroom. And I think homecoming would be included in that. Students who are involved in homecoming, doing things with their peers, with the staff members, and it kind of builds some pride, builds some trust, and then that filters into a successful classroom. I know my kids, my oldest is a junior, and the twins are freshmen. I know they've already been involved with some stuff, getting ready for skits and all that. And what's the theme again of this year's homecoming?
It's USA. It's a staying nation.
So a lot of America-themed type of things, and I can't give away the freshman skit, but I do know it is somewhat focused on some American history type of stuff. Also this year, it's going to be a little bit special. Something added to the week that's already special for homecoming is the Let's Paint the Town committee from Menomonie is actually going to be having a concert between the parade and the ball game. This goes back to the Let's Paint the Town event in July. Chris Cruzy was scheduled to play downtown, and a storm came in, washed out the concert, and Chris Cruzy was good enough to say, well, hey, give me a different date. And the Let's Paint the Town committee came up with the idea of, well, let's do it on homecoming and make it a huge community celebration. So on the screen, you can see that. The coronation assembly will be at the high school at 2:30. After that, people will line up down by the Leisure Center, down 9th Street for the parade. That's always a real nice event. We're certainly crossing our fingers that the weather is going to hold and cooperate. And then when the parade is done, Chris Cruzy is going to be playing in Wilson Park at the band shell. He'll be playing from 4:45 to 6:45, and then the homecoming game against Eau Claire North will be here at 7 p.m. For the students who like to dance, what's the plan for the dance? That's not on Friday. That's on Saturday, right?
No, yes, the dance is on Saturday, and it's going to be very fun. It's going to be all decked out, and we usually have a good turnout for it. A lot of people enjoy going to the homecoming dance.
Well, terrific. And again, Katrina Drazkowski, a member of the Menomonie High School Student Council, up here filling us in on homecoming week, which is coming up next week. Katrina, I always put the guests on the spot. So you've watched this football game. The Mustangs came out early, got a lead, 14-0. Then Hudson battled back and scored right before the half. Hudson now leading 19-14. What would you tell the boys if you had to address them at halftime?
I would say just to play your hardest, that we started out strong, and I think that we can continue to be strong even after the half. And we have great boys out there playing, and they're always working really hard, so I think that they're going to do good.
Well, I think that's great advice, and I think when you're done here, you should march over to the locker room and deliver that message. So, Katrina Drazkowski, thank you again for joining us on the halftime show, sponsored by TMS Auto and Tire and Wisconsin Credit Union. And certainly I wish you and all of the Menomonie High School students a very happy and safe homecoming week.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So, Chad, we'll go ahead and send it to break here, and when we come back, we can go ahead and cover the first half a little bit, and we'll be back in just a minute.
I can count.
On West
Wisconsin Credit Union.
Now, Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin. Read it.
Wisconsin's.
I can't say it like she can say it.
I lost my words.
Let me just say it in my head one time.
I struggle with this part.
Why is this so hard?
Hard to say, but easy to do business with. Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin Credit.
Sorry, we have to start all over.
Good material here.
TMS Tire and Auto is a proud sponsor of the Menomonie Mustangs. Family owned since 1978. TMS Tire and Auto has 3 locations in Baldwin, Boyceville, and Menomonie, and can serve all your automotive needs. Visit us online at tmstireandauto.com or call us at 715-235-9119 to schedule your appointment today. Go Mustangs! Chad Zoder, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium on the campus of UW Stout. And before we recap this first half here between Menomonie and Hudson, Joe, I know you have been working hard there to find some scores from around the out-of-town, or point of beginning out-of-town scoreboard. Let's look over those BRC scores and see where we're at. And I know you got some of them on the bottom of your screen, but let's talk about them.
Yeah, Chad, and I'll try to keep them updated the best I can. Some of these are halftime scores, some of them aren't. The ones that are, I think, are pretty well decided already. But at Carson Park, Chippewa Falls got out to an early 17-0 lead. Eau Claire North battled back and scored a touchdown before half. Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire North 17-7. Eau Claire Memorial traveled to River Falls, and again, River Falls got out to a big lead. Eau Claire Memorial did put a touchdown on right before half, and at halftime it's River Falls 21, Eau Claire Memorial 7. And in New Richmond, it's going to be a running clock, Chad. Looks like New Richmond has a resounding 35-0 lead over Superior.
Yeah, some scores here, and obviously that one, Eau Claire North and Chippewa Falls. Chippewa Falls still looking for their first conference victory. They're on the right end of that, and Eau Claire North doesn't have a conference loss yet. So if you look like New Richmond, obviously in the driver's seat in that one, they have a real good chance to move in 3-0. Still a whole half of football left, but they have like you said, a very big running clock type of lead. The scores here. Let's you see it on your scoreboard there, 19-14. Hudson over Menomonie, but this was all Menomonie in the first part of this game. Menomonie came out, scored on their opening possession. Big play, a 57-yard touchdown pass from Johnson to Thornton on a screen with 9:55 left in that first quarter. Dingwall, the PAT, was good, 7-0 at that point. Hudson came down after that drive, got into the red zone, had a penalty. It was a 4th and 11. Elected to kick a 29-yard field goal and actually missed. Pulled left there was strong for Hudson, so they could not get on the scoreboard. Menomonie then took the ball, scored early in the second quarter with 10-11 to go. 1-yard touchdown run by Schaefer, his 10th touchdown of the season. PAT by Dingwall was good. Menomonie left 14-0 early in the second quarter in this ball game. After that, it was all Hudson. A Menomonie turnover, a fumble, kind of got him going. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Lazard to Schultz, or from Schultz to Lazard, PAT by Strong was good. It was 14-7. 4-yard touchdown run by Roby with 7:24 remaining in that first half. Made it 14-13. PAT was missed, actually hit the upright on that PAT try by Strong, so that was no good. Menomonie punted it away, and on their next possession, Hudson took advantage again with 1:15 to go. A 12-yard touchdown run by Roby, his second of the night, made it 19-13. The 2-point attempt failed, and that's where we're at right now. And you look at this ball game, Joe. Menomonie controlled it in the first quarter, made some big plays. But Hudson, there's a reason they're 3-1 overall, 2-0 in conference. They came back and said, hey, we can kind of do the same thing. We can have some big plays, which they did. Able to move the ball. They caused a turnover, knocking the ball out of Jack Drout's hands, and they had a lot of momentum going into halftime, and they have a chance of what Menominee's done a couple times this season. They have that double dip opportunity as they scored before half and now get the ball to start the second half as well.
Well, the Mustangs are in danger position here because, like you said, Hudson went right down, scored the last 2 times they had the ball, and now they get it again coming out in the third quarter. So there's going to have to be some defensive adjustments. Each of those scoring drives, though, Chad, the Mustangs were in a position to get off the field. And, some of it was being in the right spot. Some of it was making a tackle. And, the thing about a bend but don't break type of defense is that you got to make the tackles. And Hudson does have some explosion, but you got to make them go down the field, methodically. You got to make them make the plays. And then on defense, when you have the opportunities, they're going to have to make them in the second half. Mustangs had an opportunity for an interception, went through the linebacker's hand, had an opportunity to tackle Lazard on what would have been some decent gains, but a decent gain is a lot different than a touchdown.
Yeah, and Lazard, obviously a name, pretty big name here on this Hudson side, already with a touchdown here tonight. Had some other big plays as well. That one specifically was on a second after almost a 10-yard loss on first down, pinned in their own deep territory. It was second at about 19, and he picked up the first down on a pass and catch where he broke a couple tackles and made a 20-yard gain. And the type plays like that just keep your momentum going and take away that big tackle for a loss, sponsored by Mike's Hell Insurance in that first half. But, yeah, Tyler Lazard, obviously, we know he's athletic. We know he can make some plays. Defensively, we did have Walker Ferguson pick off one ball that was intended from him, but he's made some big plays. It's going to be interesting to see how Menomonie tries to maybe control him in the second half.
Well, and a big part of it's going to be is that when Menomonie gets the ball, they need to try to stay balanced. And I know that they had a hard time getting Steele Schaefer going in the run game. Hudson's defense up front, they were able to come out and have a couple, pretty big plays on the defensive side of the ball. But the quick hitters the Mustangs used, giving the ball to Higbee on the fullback dive, that was fairly successful. So look for the Mustangs. Don't panic. You're only down by 5. Get out here, get a defensive stop, get that ball back, and take possession again. The Mustangs, they had time of possession. They had a huge advantage time of possession about midway through the second quarter, but then all of a sudden it flipped. The fumble that the Mustangs had, and then the quick scores from Hudson, all that momentum went over to the Raiders sideline.
Yeah, I'd like to thank, we got a few minutes here before we begin the second half. Give us some time to thank all the sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Again, pregame, halftime, and postgame sponsor, TMS Tire and Auto, Wisconsin Credit Union. Our first down sponsor, Schuler Insurance. Our touchdown sponsor, Kai Chevy Town. Turnover sponsor, Siri Benrud Photography. Timeout sponsor, Dairy State Bank and Bill's Distributing. Our tackle for loss or sack sponsor, Mike's Health Insurance, and our point of beginning sponsor, Out of Town Scoreboard. Yeah, we'll have time. We'll take one more 30-second break, and we'll be back on Mustangs TV right after this.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium, campus of UW Stout. And we just about to begin this second half. Dingwall will kick it away here for the Mustangs to receive. There are going to be three Hudson Raiders here. Down on the near side, Lazard will be the one that'll take it at about the 8. Past the 25, now past the 30, and he'll fall forward to the 35-yard line. Nice return for Lazard to get Hudson a good starting field position here on their second half possession.
Well, Chad, it'll be interesting to see if the Mustangs make any adjustments on defense. Thinking back to the first half, for the most part, the Mustangs were in the right position. It's just a matter of a little better execution. I do see that junior Ben Helminski is going to start the half here at the nose tackle position. He'll spell Andrew Schaefer a little bit and keep Schaefer fresh for the offensive side of the ball.
Quarterback Schultz, he's got Roby offset to his right. He's had a couple touchdowns in that first half. And they're going to run the option with Roby and keeping it Schultz. Great tackle in the backfield by Schaefer. And that's a Mike Sell Insurance tackle for loss.
Chad, you can't play the option any better than that. Just a terrific job. Everyone was where they were supposed to be. Great job by the Mustangs.
And a second and long. Let's see if Mustangs can make it third and long. Roby's going to take it left side. Good tackle by the sophomore there, Luke Pember. And it is going to be a third and long. Maybe picked up a yard or two, but make it 3rd and 10 here for Hudson. Let's see if the Mustangs can get him off the field early on the offensive side.
Good job by Ryan Dingwall there. He was playing right tackle on the defensive line on the far side. He had the initial contact, and then Luke Pember came up and made the tackle. Oh, that looked like a little stop and start there by the wingback on the far side.
Yeah, looking for the man we talked about, Lazard, and they got him. A lot of time there is Schultz. I mean, you watching this game from up top here, Joe, you saw Schultz. I mean, he looked from the snap, pretty much looked at Lazard the entire time, and just waited until he had a seam to find him and made the first down.
There's a lot of trust there. Schultz is just throwing it to a spot.
Right up the middle there is Roby. And into Mustangs territory now. Hudson, Menomonie had a chance there on that 3rd and 10. That's when you can stop a team like this, but Hudson can move the ball. They can move it fast. They can score fast. They scored 3 touchdowns in 8 minutes in that second quarter. Option, pitch to Yeager. He's got some room. Correction, make that Jamison, and he'll get a first down to the 25. And just like that, Hudson is knocking on the red zone.
Well, as good of a job as the Mustangs did the first time the Hudson ran the option, Brody Thornton got sucked in that time. He made some adjustments in the first half, but that time he got fooled.
And taking it here, far side Roby. He's going to cut it up. Taken down by Dingwall. Still a nice gainer. Make it 5. Mustangs got to get Hudson here to 3rd down after that 3rd and 10 conversion. Haven't got him there yet.
Yeah, Schaefer had an opportunity in the backfield, but again, just not able to break down and get enough contact on the runner.
Right up middle. That'll be a 1st down and more there from the quarterback, Schultz. And 1st and goal now from the 7.
Tell you, Hudson's attacking from every angle. They're trying to go outside, they're running inside, and very difficult to defend.
Now they're trying to score on their 4th straight possession here. Yeager's going to take it, and he's got a touchdown. Yeager, a 4-yard touchdown run, an 8-yard touchdown run for Yeager, and that will extend the lead here for Hudson.
That's just too easy there, Chad. Like you said, the Mustangs had him 3rd and long, and just not able to get off the field.
Yeah, after that 3rd down, Hudson the rest of the drive didn't even get to 3rd down, and just picking up 6-8 yards at a time quite easily. And you're right, that was a very easy way to move down the field. Hudson is going up 26-14 after the PAT by Strong goes through the uprights. We'll take 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium. Mustangs need to do something offensively to stop this momentum as Hoff will take it at the 4. And they'll be taken down right around the 20-yard line. And the Mustangs...
Hard to believe it's the same. Hard to believe it's the same game that we saw in the first quarter.
Oh,
Mustangs scored 2 touchdowns, 2 Kai Chevrolet touchdowns, got up 14-0. But since that point, it's just been all Hudson Raiders.
And this Hudson offense, the last 4 possessions, just moving the ball as good against this Menomonie defense as any team we've seen this season.
I think 3 out of those 4 possessions, though, Chad, the Mustangs had a golden opportunity, just not able to execute.
Mustangs offensively here. Higbee will take it on the dive. Right side, picks up a couple. But this is, you talked about danger territory in that first half, Joe. This is kind of danger territory for the Mustangs here. You want to sustain a drive here, get points, and stay within a score. With all the momentum that Hudson has right now and how well their offense is moving the football, you punt this one away, and this could get out of hand quickly like it did for River Falls last week.
Well, the good news is there's a lot of time left. There's still more than 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs just got to get some first downs.
Play action. Johnson won't lose left, got some pressure. Nice throw to Barron, but just a little bit too much. He had some defenders he had to try to get it over top of, and that's the other thing we've seen tonight. Johnson has been pressured as much tonight, if not more, than pretty much the whole season. He's been sacked a couple times, and he's been hurried. He's had to throw on the run. He's had to be quick with his throws, as we see Ellison, Sheff, Drought all check back into the game on this 3rd and 8. And it's making this defense for Hudson, making it difficult for Johnson to get good throws on that football.
And again, the play action just isn't as effective when you're not effective running the ball.
Empty backfield here for Johnson. He's going to look for the quick out there to Thornton. He's got him for a first down. That's a big Schuler Insurance first down there for the Mustangs. Get a little bit of momentum going and keep the ball on the offensive side of the football here for the Mustangs.
Beautiful throw there by Brady Johnson, and he threw that one trusting Thornton would be in the right spot. He threw it before Brody was even out of his break, and those guys played a lot of 7-on-7 together last spring, and you could see it pay off there. But that's what the Menominee's going to have to do. They're not going to be able to put Johnson back there in that play-action pass. Hudson's just not going to bite on it. They're better off letting Brady, either drop back or be in the shotgun and survey the field a little bit.
Johnson will motion Ellison into a little up back. They're going to go with Schaefer here, and he'll pick up 5. That's a nice first down run there for the Mustangs. When they can get 4 to 6 on that first down, their offense just clicks so much better. And we're going to have a timeout stoppage as one of the helmets fell off for one of the defenders there, Tepper Eng, who's had a heck of a defensive game here for the Raiders. So he'll have to check out. And for him is going to be a number 92 for the Raiders. That's David Brown.
And you called it, Chad. The Mustangs, they need to try to stay balanced. And if they can get some decent yards on first down, that's going to give them a lot of options. And then maybe that play-action pass will come back open. But you got to be able to run the ball if you're going to keep that defense off balance.
Motion by Ellison, looking almost like the same play as before, but they're going to run play action. He's going to be hit and pressured right away as Johnson will throw over the intended receiver, Ellison. But, yeah, that play action did not fool that outside linebacker, Sam Dickman, who he's been on a bunch of plays here tonight as well. Now it's going to make it 3rd and 5 here for the Mustangs.
Well, and the way Hudson's playing that is they're just rushing the weak side end, and they're saying don't worry about anything except for hitting the quarterback, and that's taking that play action away. So, again, giving him a straight drop back with a pocket or put him in the shotgun, that's probably going to be more effective at this point.
Schaefer, your tailback. Double tight ends with a couple wings. Ellison will motion. They're going to give it to Schaefer on the 3rd and 4. He's going to go try straight up the gut and going to be about a half a yard short. And this might be goal for a time right here if you're the Mustangs. They're going to keep the offense on the field, it appears.
I think so. We're just under 7 minutes. It just turned to 6:59. And at this point in the game, if you can't get a yard, you're in trouble.
And we see the man who has picked up many short yardage first downs, and John Higbee check in, Kane Johnson as well, and here comes Jack Drought.
The way that end's coming up on the play action, they're not going to run it here, I don't think, but a little bit of a counter would also be a pretty effective play as long as the guys up front can hold the line out of the line of scrimmage.
Now Hudson got guys right in the gap where Higbee is. And he's going to take it anyways, Higbee, and he should have enough. Ooh, it's going to be close.
They didn't give him much of a spot.
They did not.
I think it's going to be short.
We'll see where he's at. That near side official,
man.
Side judge, oh boy, it's going to be close.
He didn't give him any. Oh, he's short. He didn't give him any spot on that one.
Looks like we're going to maybe have a measurement. Officials waving the Hudson players off the way. And that, no measurement needed. Turnover on downs. Menomonie will give it back to Hudson, and that's a big play here, big stop from the Hudson defense.
Well, with the score 26-14, you kind of had to be aggressive there, and they've been so effective with John Higbee picking up those short yards. They didn't get much of a spot, but Higbee also didn't get much of a push. And give Hudson credit. Their coaching staff has done a good job studying the trends and making the adjustments. And Menomonie tried to move the power of the formation by having those power backs move from one side to the other. But Hudson shifted right with them, and they were able to make a big stop.
Yeah, that might be the first time this season, Joe, that Higbee didn't pick up a first down on a short yardage play like that. I can't remember another time he's been stopped. Right up the middle, but just carrying the defenders there is the runner, Roby. We do have a flag on the play, but boy, what a run there by Roby. He got enough for a first down on that run after he had hit that about a 2-yard gain.
Well, I think he was able to get through there because there was a tackle in the backfield, and I think you're going to see an offensive hold, and that's the kind of break the Mustangs needed.
Yep, you're right, Joe. That will bring it back here.
74 for Hudson, picked up the flag, and that flag is where they're supposed to mark the foul.
He's trying to be nice, trying to be a nice guy. He set her right back down to number 74 there, DeMuth for the Raiders. But yeah, here's a 1st and 20 for Hudson, and this is where Menomonie, they need to be able to stop Hudson in these type of situations. Let's see if the defense can do it. Right up the middle, Roby. Pember on his backside will eventually take him down, but it took a couple other members of the Mustangs to complete the tackle.
Yeah, I think that was 24 Higbee, and he hopped on and really took him for a ride, at least 4 yards.
And Dingwall will check out. Higbee will go up on the line now on one of the ends. Option play far side. Quarterback will take it on the keeper. Schultz will pick up about 5. This is a 3rd and a manageable, we'll say a long 6 or a short 7.
You know, Higbee, he got sucked in a little bit on the end, but he did a good job reacting, and he was quick enough to go still make that tackle.
Tyler Lazard on the bottom of your screen right now. We'll think that's probably who they're going to be looking for. Nope, they're going to run with right up the middle, that being Roby. He's got a first down and plenty. Boy, a 1st and 20, and they pick up the first down to the Hudson Raiders. Their offense is clicking in a lot of categories right now.
I'm not sure if that was 44 Smiskey or 11 Thornton, but one of the guys, they had an opportunity to shut that gap, and they stopped short of it. And, yeah, Hudson, they're rolling.
Leading, following all his blockers is Schultz, the quarterback. He'll run out of bounds about at the 16-yard line, marked at the 15, so that's a pickup of 6. And now Hudson inside the red zone and knocking on the end zone here, trying to get in for the 5th straight drive. Pass a little short. I think that's caught, but even if no, it's not. Good thing for a Hudson Raider, if that was caught, it was going to be about a yard loss. Jamison couldn't gather it.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 here. It'd be interesting. You would think if the Mustangs could hold them, Hudson might opt for a field goal, up by 12.
Let's hope Menomonie can make that decision. They'll go right up the middle, breaking a tackle, getting the first down again is Roby, and he'll get all the way down inside the 5. And boy, Roby, I'll tell you, he's done a great job here tonight. He does not go down on first contact. He just continues to turn his legs, break tackles, and he picks up a lot of yak yards after contact.
That was Schaefer again. Steele had the opportunity to break down and make a tackle, and he's just not able to keep his balance. He's overran it a little bit. I think Steele's just really trying his hardest out there, but he's getting himself out of position a little.
Nice seam there, run by Roby, but he comes up short. Roby's already got 2 touchdowns, trying to get in for the 3rd, but comes up about a yard short. So it'll be 2nd and goal here from the 1. Actually, inside the 1. And this might be Roby territory here for Hudson. Roby will take it right up the middle. He's met.
Oh, nice stop there.
I don't think he got it. A great hit there. I think that was Schmitzky and Higbee. It was. Also Schaefer there. And that will make a 3rd and goal from the half-yard line again.
Yeah, I think Higbee and Schaefer held the ground at the line, and then Smiskey came up over the top, stoning the running back.
It's about the tightest look Hudson will see. And hit again. What a great hit by Max Erickson right there. He drives back Roby in a 4th and short, or a 4th and goal, and Roby's down. He did need some help getting up there, but what a great defensive play there by Max Erickson.
Well, no matter what comes out of this drive or this game, you got to be really impressed with the resolve of the Mustangs. They've faced some pretty good adversity here, but they're still playing their hearts out.
Chance for a big defensive play here. They're going to go to Lazard.
Wow,
a jump
look at
ball
that.
In the corner. He's got it.
Beautiful pass.
Just a jump ball between Lazard and Ferguson, and Lazard won. A 1-yard touchdown pass is going to put Hudson on the scoreboard for the 5th consecutive drive.
Well, and give Menomonie's defense credit. You stopped them. You stuffed them at the 1-yard line a couple times, and, geez, you force them into a 4th down pass. That's all you can ask for. But sometimes you got to tip your cap to the other team and give the Raiders credit. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch, and Raiders now up 32-14, make that 33-14.
33 straight points here for Hudson. Oh, and they have a largest lead here against Menomonie they've had tonight. We'll take 30 seconds. Be back on Mustangs TV right after this.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium, campus of UW Stout. And Mustangs trying to combat these 33 unanswered points here from the Hudson Raiders. Is taking it will be Goodman. He'll get down to the 30, or up to the 30, I should say. But Joe, we look at this game. I mean, that first quarter, Menomonie come out, they scored, and then they scored right away to start that second quarter. They led 14-0. You're feeling pretty comfortable. This is going to be a competitive game, and since then, I mean, Hudson has just controlled the game on both sides of the ball. They've scored on 5 consecutive drives in the end zone. They just look like they're just playing some really, really good football right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Menomonie does now on offense. If you're going to try to get back into this, you almost just have to go into a passing mode at this point.
Almost a 2-minute type of offense. You got just under 3 to go in this third quarter, and they're going to go to Barron. He'll catch it at the 35 and get all the way up to the 43. So a Schuler Insurance first down here. And the Mustangs will move the chains.
Well, and if you're going to go into passing mode, I really like that. Just put him in shotgun. Let Johnson survey the field, see what kind of coverages he's looking at, and he can make a quicker decision as opposed to running the play-action pass with his back to the defense. So they're going to stay in shotgun here. And the good thing about Hudson scoring quickly, there's still plenty of time. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Shotgun look here for Johnson. He's going to throw it. Should have been picked off. A little miscommunication there. Ellison was on the out, but the cornerback there, Schwartz, had the ball right in his hands, and that could have been 6 the other way.
That should have been 6.
But Brady Johnson has yet to throw an interception this year, and that was a good one to keep that streak going. He needed that drop to keep that streak going.
I think there's been about 3 of those now that he's thrown. That one might have been the easiest interception that was dropped, but good quarterbacks find a way to catch those breaks. Brett Favre, he threw a lot of interceptions, but he would have had a lot more if the defenders could have caught that fastball that he used to throw.
Brady Johnson coming into tonight was 39 of 55, 540 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Single back here, or I should say all alone, and Johnson throws it almost picked off again. This time knocked down by one of the upbacks there, that Tepperang, who has been all over the field here for Hudson tonight. That's going to make it 3rd and long on Menomonie's 42-yard line. And Johnson gets, the screen game's been effective for Menomonie all season, but Hudson's defended it as well as anybody. Johnson is getting pressured, and the guy he's going to throw it to is also covered. So they've done a good job on both sides.
Who are they trying to get that to? Are they trying to get it to Barron in the middle?
I believe so. It looked almost like a tight end screen.
A lot of times they throw it to Schaefer, but whoever it was got cut off on the wash and just wasn't able to give any kind of angle for the quarterback Johnson to deliver the ball.
All alone there. Johnson's got some time. He'll go up top to Thornton, and he'll get it knocked away. A good defensive play there by Schwartz. As Thornton had it in his hands, Schwartz came in and knocked it away.
Beautiful throw by Johnson. Even though he's throwing off his back foot, he put the ball right where it needed to be, and Brody just not able to hang on to it.
Punting unit is coming out. You see some type of fake here potentially, maybe. I don't know if you would do that at this point, but the Mustangs offense off the field here after scoring 14 early have really been kind of stifled by this Hudson defense since.
10 yards is a long way to go.
And I'm sure Hudson's probably prepared for it as well. So Dingwall set to kick it away. Yeager back to receive. Dingwall will kick it. Good kick there to Yeager at the 16-yard line. He'll break a tackle past the 20, be knocked down about at the 26-yard line. And that's where Hudson will take over. Menomonie's defense going to get challenged again here with this Hudson offense moving the ball quite well.
Nice job there by Ethan Schmidt, number 50, running off the near side. He was the guy who made that tackle. And those open field tackles aren't the easiest, but Ethan Schmidt did a real nice job there for Menomonie.
So 1:45 left in this third quarter. Hudson on a roll here offensively. Comfortable lead. 19 points. They're going to pitch it to Pingle. He'll get a corner, break a tackle all the way up to the 33-yard line, near a first down, but a couple yards short.
Brody Thornton did a nice job stringing that out. Number 44, Cole Schmiske, came up and had a nice opportunity at the line of scrimmage. But again, Hudson's very athletic. More missed tackles tonight for the Mustangs than we saw in the first 4 games put together.
Now that shiftiness, and we did talk with head coach Mike Sins before the game. That's what he talked about. There's a lot of athletes on the field here for Hudson, and when you have a lot of athletes, missed tackles happen. That was a great defensive play there. Mike Sell Insurance defensive tackle for loss, and we have an injury on the play as well. That's going to be the running back Roby. He'll have to come off. Also, another guy down as well.
And Chad,
offensive lineman.
Number 5, Steele Schaefer, did a great job on that one, and he's had some tough plays on the defensive end tonight, but did an excellent job coming up and making a stick on that play.
Yeah, it looks like Jensen for Hudson coming off. I'm guessing just a cramp based on how he's now moving and actually running off the field. We'll take 30 seconds. Be back right after this on Mustangs TV. Back with you here on that 3rd and 4, an incomplete pass, and the Mustangs defense get a stop to crack that consecutive touchdown score on drives. That was something Menomonie Mustangs needed here defensively. Jack Drought and Brady Goodman back to receive here for the Mustangs. Punting it away there is Schwartz, and on the reverse to Drought. Got a little room, and he'll pick up a nice gainer up to the 45-yard line. That's where he'll be knocked out of bounds. And the Mustangs down by 19. Not out of it yet. 47 seconds left in this third quarter. But they need something on this drive. Get some points here.
Well, that was the stop the defense needed. Nothing's going to happen in terms of coming back in this game if you can't get some stops. And that's the first time the Mustangs defense has stopped the Raiders, in about 5 possessions?
I think since the first quarter.
Yeah, so
it's been a while.
That was a nice stop there by the defense. Unfortunately, I think I ran that commercial long and we missed the play. But good pass coverage by the Mustangs on a slant over the middle. And now the offense, is their turn. Try to tighten this thing up a little bit.
Johnson in the shotgun. And wide open hole there for Schaefer. He'll pick up a first down into Hudson territory down to the 39-yard line.
There's a Schuler Insurance first down.
We need a few more of those, and we need some Kai Chevytown's touchdowns as well. There for the Mustangs to get back in this one. Largest deficit of the season here for the Mustangs at the moment. Trout offset to the right of Johnson. Trips at the top side for him. Trout will take it on the draw right up the middle. He'll pick up, make that Hayden Weir with the carry. First time he's seen action here tonight on the offensive side. To the 36.
That's going to be it for the third quarter, Chad.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV.
On West Credit.
West Wisconsin Credit Union.
Now, Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin. Read it.
Wisconsin's.
I can't say it like she can say it.
I lost my words.
Let me just say it in my head one time.
I struggle with this part.
Why is this so hard?
Hard to say, but easy to do business with. Wisconsin Credit Union.
Wisconsin Credit.
Sorry, we have to start all over.
Good material here.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Back with you here, Brady Johnson coming out of the fourth quarter, going up top, going for a big one, and missed it here, intended for Goodman. Excuse me. I'll make it 3rd and 7 after the incompletion. Mustangs obviously in 4-down territory here. See some of the coaching staff here. I don't know if you can quite see them in the bottom of your screen. They wanted, I think they wanted one of those yellow hankies on the field after that play, but did not get it.
Looked like on the near side there's a combination route between Barron and Thornton, and only one defender. On the far side, though, there's pretty good coverage.
2 receivers each side here for Johnson. They're going to go to Schaefer on the draw. He'll bounce it out past the 30, 25, and that's a Schuler Insurance first down. Great call there on the offensive coordinator, Dave Schmitz, and a great run as well for Schaefer. Mustangs knocking on the red zone. You see Schaefer kind of coming off gingerly here, but I think he's starting to cramp up a touch.
And Hayden Weir is going to replace him.
Well, I've seen Jack Durant recently. Weir's just came in the game just this quarter, or just the end, I should say, end of the third. And we do see Steele Schaefer getting stretched out there, also getting some water on the sideline. Hayden Weir in now for him.
And Weir did a really nice job the last couple of weeks with Drought out. And there he goes.
There he goes in the red zone. Breaks the tackle at
nice
the
cut.
5. Can he beat him to the pylon?
The referee's pointing at it.
Again.
What's he pointing at?
I'm not sure what he's pointing at, but he's close.
No, he's called him out of bounds.
At the 1 yard line. So a big 23-yard run there for Hayden Weir gives the Mustangs a 1st and goal. And here comes John Higbee. This is his type of territory with 11 minutes left here in this fourth quarter.
Talk about a Schuler Insurance first down. One heck of a run there by Hayden Weir. Good blocking up front by the offensive line.
Johnson and Higbee, the Yuckbacks. They are going to go with Higbee, and he'll get hit right at the line of scrimmage. Swings around, and I think he's got it. He's in. Great job there with the spin move, and Higbee drops in the end zone. Mustangs ties Chevytown touchdown.
Well, that's what the Mustangs needed, and this thing isn't over yet, Chad.
Well, the Mustangs here, Kai Chevytown touchdown sponsored. Big thanks to them. BYC Kais for the best buys. 11:04 remains. Mustangs within 2 scores. PAT coming up here. No, actually, correction. Looks like they keep the offense on the field. They're going to be going for 2 here. Are the Mustangs. And John Higbee, that's his 6th touchdown of the season.
So about 11 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs trying to cut this deficit down to 11.
Straight I formation. They're going to roll out Brady Johnson on the play action and hit Higbee. The 2-point is good. 33-22 our score. We'll be back right after this on Mustangs TV.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium, campus of UW Stout. Ryan Dingwall set to kick it away. Mustangs defense got stopped. End of the third quarter, Mustangs offense took advantage. A 1-yard touchdown run there from Higbee. He also got the 2-point try as well, did Higbee. Reception from Johnson. And the Mustangs onside kick. That's a good gamble. Didn't surprise the Hudson Raiders to give them good field position. And the Hudson offense near midfield. Menomonie defense going to have to get a big stop here.
Well, with 11 minutes left in this game, still down by 2 scores, not a bad idea to try the onside kick. It does give Hudson a shorter field, but you're going to have to find a way to get off the field anyway here. And then when you do get the ball, you're not going to be able to mess around.
Hudson and Menomonie both all with all 3 of their timeouts left. Schultz will motion Yeager. Going to option the other way to Jamison. He's got some room. Into Mustangs territory, a first down all the way down to the 39-yard line. Big pickup to move the chains. Looks like Jamison is down on the play. And then a little bit of agony there. So we will take a break here on Mustangs TV and be back in 30 seconds. Back with you here, coming off the field very quickly was Jamison, so missed the last play there. Run up the middle by Roby. 5 yards on the pickup and a 2nd and 5 here for Hudson. Schultz will take the snap, give it to Roby again. This time he's hit at the line of scrimmage, just fall forward, picks up a couple, but is short of the first down. We're at about the 31-yard line, and we're going to have a timeout here for another injury. This time one of the Hudson offensive linemen. I think that's Roby that is down, and it looks to be a cramp. We've seen a few players here tonight, Joe, with that humidity. Some of these players really cramping up. We've seen Schaefer cramp up a little bit, but I think this time we will be able to take a break. So let's take 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. We'll be back right after this. Back with you here. A pitch to Pingle to start the 3rd and 2 play, and a nice defensive play by the Mustangs. Going to bring up a big 4th down here for Hudson. Thornton in on that stop, and Hudson right back up there on this 4th and 2. Quarterback Schultz will motion Pingle, as that was Roby off the field moments ago. In to replace him right now is Dufek.
Hudson taking their time. The clock is running, under 9.5 to go in the game now.
They are counting now. This might be a timeout situation here from head coach Adam Coles, and it will be. So we'll take a break here. 33-22, Hudson over Menomonie. 9:15 remaining in the ball game. We'll be back right after this on Mustangs TV.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with your big fourth down play here. Probably the play of the game at the moment. Mustangs get a stop. They'll have a chance to get within a score here, but down 11. Looked like a little starting motion there early, and I thought the same thing there as late whistle, but we had two receivers at the top of the field. Almost looked like they took off before the snap, and official, again, a little late on the whistle, but I thought it was the right call. That's going to make that first down much tougher. So instead of a 4th and 3, it's going to be 4th and 8. And you got to think Lazard is the guy that Hudson's going to go to. He's the top of your screen. That's who he's looking at. He's going to go down the middle. Picked off by Schaefer. At the 40, he'll be broken tackle, and up to the 45, a Siri at Benrud. Turnover there. And a big play the game here defensively. What a job there by the Mustangs defense. They've had 2 consecutive stops now. And a chance with 9:02 to go to get back in this one within a score.
Tell you what, the Mustangs have had some opportunities on the defensive end, and that time Steele Schaefer made it pay, and that's just a huge stop, and now the Mustangs have the ball at midfield. Just a great opportunity right now. You got to get down and put this thing in the end zone.
Johnson in the shotgun. He's got Johnson offset to his right.
Ball
picked away by Lazard,
Goodbye.
and that could be a 45-yard pick and score. It is. First interception of the season for Johnson. Lazard, a defensive score, and that's going to put it back to a 3-touchdown game here for Hudson. 8:53 remains.
Well, give Lazard credit. He saw that one coming, and when he broke on that ball, it was lights out.
So it'll be Strong to try to make it 40. Most points Menomoni's given up this season by quite a bit. Our most points given up was last week, actually, at 20, and this is going to double that if Strong can make this PAT.
And most of these points came really from the second quarter on.
High snap. Strong will have a strong leg to get it through, however, and your score 40-22. The Raiders over the Mustangs. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Mustangs TV. Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium, campus of UW Stout, and Strong will kick it away here. Hoff will take it at the 6-yard line, trying to get follow up to his blockers, but he's hit hard at the 18, and that's where Hill will go down. And talking about this game, Joe, this is offensively, lots of points putting up in this game. I mean, coming into tonight, the most we've seen in a Mustangs game this season, combined points, was last week with 48. We're at 62 points tonight. Offenses have been able to move the ball, and it has been impressive here with Hudson, especially that last play by Lazard. You can see Lazard, the only guy that plays both ways here for Hudson. The guy's made some big plays here tonight. A big reason Hudson is as good as they are is guys like Tyler Lazard and the other athletes they have on the field. And Menomonie, trailing by 18 with the football. 8:47 remains. They got a long ways to go here. Going up top, however, Ellison open at the 50, and there's that offense we talked about. Both teams, as Bryce Shepard is going to be hurt on the play, but man, these offenses have had some big plays tonight. And Bryce Shepard, who was injured last week, down on the field here on the far side. You won't see him in your screen, but we'll take 30 seconds. Be back right after this on Mustangs TV.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Well, Chad, that was a heck of a Schuler Insurance first down. Beautiful throw by Brady Johnson. Isaac Ellison was streaking down the far sideline. And I'll tell you what, it's going to take a Herculean effort to come back and try to get back into this game. But there's still a lot to be taken away. You still got some guys out here that are, just getting some good varsity experience. And Mustangs can still improve by finishing this game strong.
Bryce Shepard did come off the field on his own accord, which is great to see. Hayden Weir, a big play. Past the 25, 20 down to the 15, knocked out of bounds. And, boy, Hayden Weir coming into the game has made some plays here in the backfield for Menomonie. An impressive job there, Hayden Weir. There comes Bryce Shepard back in. Tyler Leahy was in for him, so he'll come out. And you see Higbee and Johnson come in as well, and Drought come into the ball game for Weir.
Another Schuler Insurance first down, and a lot of juniors making plays. Johnson to Ellison on the previous pass, and then the junior running back Hayden Weir with a real nice cut and a big gainer. Mustangs on the doorstep in the red zone.
Play action here. Johnson rolls to his right, looking for Thornton in the back of the end zone. He's wide open, and he catches
nice catch.
it. Wow, what a catch!
Oh, you
kidding? Out of bounds.
I don't think so.
I thought Thornton had a foot in there, but
absolutely.
Boy. I mean, you could see Thornton waving his hands in the back of the end zone there. I mean, he was open for a long time.
I don't think that was the right call, and we have a pretty good look at it from here. It'd be interesting to watch that one back, but I'm pretty certain Brody Thornton had 1 foot in.
Yeah, it sure looked like from our vantage point he did, but it's waved off, makes it 2nd and 10 here. That would have been a 3-play touchdown drive there if that was called a catch.
Still more than 8 minutes left in this game.
Give it to Weir, right side. He'll bounce outside. Now we're going to have a flag on the play, taken out at the 13 for Weir. But that is unfortunately in the area of holding. We'll wait to see the official call.
Boy, what a turn of events. You throw a touchdown pass that gets negated on what appeared to be a blown call. Now you come back and get a holding call for a 10-yard penalty. Man, just can't catch the brakes tonight.
Yeah, second, that's going to make it about 2nd and 19 here, almost 2nd and 20, we'll say, for the Mustangs. And 8:04 remains on the scoreboard as far as time left in this ball game. Barron and Goodman will check out. Higbee came in the game as well. And we're going to have a timeout here. Head coach Mike Sins. 7:50 remains now. 40-22. Hudson over Menomonie. We'll be back on Mustangs TV right after this. Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here from Williams Stadium, and Mustangs have a 2nd and 20 here. They are outside the red zone after that last penalty. Full house look here. Hayden Weir, the tailback, and pressure. Johnson sacked. And that is the second sack by Dalton. It's got to be the 4th or 5th sack here by Hudson tonight. And you saw Hayden Weir, the tailback there, in pass protection, just missed Dalton coming from the outside. That was the guy that was supposed to pick him up. Didn't recognize him soon enough, and that's going to make it 3rd and a country mile.
3rd and Downsville.
Yeah, pretty much. So we'll see what Brady Johnson draws up here in his offensive coordinator, Dave Schmitz. Johnson goes up top to Goodman. Pass knocked away. Goodman pretty much turned into a fender right there as Schwartz playing receiver, waiting for the ball to come down, and it's going to be a 4th and 30. I don't know if there's one in the playbook for a 4th and 30 call here. You just kind of do what you can and maybe kind of hope for a penalty at this point and try to make it a more manageable 4th down. But this is a difficult play call here.
Yeah, you almost need to try to throw it up to, you got Ellison and Thornton on the far side. Those guys are both basketball players, tall kids, otherwise some sort of hook and ladder.
Pressure early on Johnson. He's going to be taken down, and turnover on downs here for Menomonie. 2nd time tonight they've done that. Hudson's defense backs up Menomonie. You got to remember they had a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. They were inside the red zone, and they Hudson defense with a penalty and a couple sacks puts the Mustangs all the way back to the 40. Wow, what a couple defensive plays there for the Raiders. And they will take over with under 7 to go, an 18-point lead, and the football. Menomonie's chances dwindling away here late in this game.
Yeah, you hate to see that. And again, it goes back to what appeared to be a completed touchdown pass to Thornton, ruled out of bounds. I'll be real interested to go back and watch that one once we're done here tonight. But regardless, Hudson's just, made some nice plays. They've out-executed the Mustangs, and they've also gotten a few breaks.
Ocean here from Pingle, right up the middle. Wide open hole there for Schultz. He might go all the way, and he will. A 60-yard touchdown run from Schultz, and that will put this game out of reach here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, the defense, they've had their backs against the wall here most of at least 3 quarters of this game, and I think they're done. Out of gas.
River
TKO.
Falls gave up 47 to Hudson last week, and Menomonie, pending this PAT, is in that same boat. Yeah, I don't think Schultz was even touched on that run. Wide open hole, and he just went all the way to the house there from 60 yards out. PAT pushed to the right, so it is no good. 46-22 your score right now. Hudson over the Mustangs. We'll be back on Mustangs TV.
Look at team approach to managing your finances. With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadomski back with you here from Williams Stadium, campus of UW Stout. Strong will kick it away, and it'll be James Hoff at the 15 waiting for those blockers and eventually be taken down at the 22-yard line. I know our point of beginning out of town scoreboard. Joe, you're getting some scores. Do we have one final so far?
Yeah, New Richmond smoked Superior, but I'll tell you what, I'm just entering this right now. Eau Claire Memorial has made a push against River Falls. They were down 28-7. Now it's 28-27. We'll get those scores on the bottom line here in just a second.
That's a close game there. And then obviously I think I saw 27-9 or 24-9 right now. Chi High over Eau Claire North. It looks like Chi High might get their first BRC victory here tonight.
River Falls does have the ball with 4.5 minutes to go, leading by 1, and they're over midfield, but Memorial putting up a fight.
Under center is Johnson, and taking the carry there is going to be Higbee just for a couple. Actually a no gainer, they'll call it. Correction. Now we got kind of the second stringers in there now. Barron, the quarterback at the moment. So, shuffling in some new guys. See Renner Stahl in there as your tailback at the moment, and Stahl will take it right side, and see a lot of new Hudson players in as well. Number 24 making the tackle there, Ethan Hins. For Hudson. And we're under 6 to go now in this ball game after that last touchdown. Hudson in a commanding lead, and both coaches kind of working in some subs here on both sides of the ball. A 3rd and long here for the Mustangs with Charlie Barron, the quarterback.
There's still a lot to build off of in this game, both offensively and defensively. I'm sure the coaches will be looking forward to trying to learn from the film of this game. That time James Hoff takes the carry, trying to get to the far side.
Picks up a couple, but it's going to be 4th down and about 8. And here comes the punt unit here for the Mustangs. Ryan Dingwall will come out to lead it.
Boy, if you were following along with scores, if you're at one of these other conference games or whatever, and you see Menomonie up 14-0, then you're thinking, the Mustangs are going to roll, and all of a sudden you come back and look at this thing, 46-22, and this isn't the first time Hudson's done this year. Like you talked about in the pregame show, sponsored by TMS Tire and Auto and Wisconsin Credit Union, it's been the third quarter that's been so powerful for them all year. Well, tonight it was the second, third, and fourth.
They've had 3 touchdowns in the second, 2 touchdowns in the third, 2 touchdowns in the fourth. And they went on 5 straight drives with touchdowns. As that punt there by Dingwall, very short. It does get a Mustangs bounce, however, and we'll get into Hudson territory. That's where the Raiders will take over. So we'll see some new players on the field probably for Hudson as well on the offensive side of the ball, as we'll see some new players on the defensive side of the ball here for the Mustangs.
Tell you what I'm excited about on the bottom line. Brewers up 4-3 right now, playing at home against the Washington Nationals. It's the end of the 7th inning, and just got an early score from Arizona. The Cubs are out in Phoenix facing the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks with a 3-0 lead in the top of the 3rd. Brewers' magic number could be cut down to 10 tonight with a Brewers victory and a Cubs loss.
Prusak will take the carry on that last run here for Hudson, the new quarterback home into the game right now.
Not much of a Brewers fan, huh, Chad?
I always say I'm a baseball fan.
All right,
I like all kinds of baseball.
Nothing
teams.
wrong with that.
We got a flag on this play. Is taking it up the middle. There is, I believe that's Jack Strong.
Carried by
Husahopoulos. Never mind. Now coming in for the Raiders. Again, a whole new bunch of players here. Jack Kantic checking in here. Flag on that last play on Hudson's going to move it back. 2nd and 5. Under 4 to go now in this ball game here for the Mustangs and Raiders. Taking it right up the middle. They're picking up the first down is Kantic, and also into Mustangs territory here down to the 43-yard line.
Nice tackle there by Sawyer Pomisol for the Mustangs. Good to see some of these guys getting in the ball game. Got James Hoff playing cornerback here on the near side. He had a carry in the last offensive possession as well. Try to get some more of these numbers as we see the guys turn their backs.
Another flag on this play I think that's going to be an offsides here on Hudson on the first down. We'll wait to see the call. But, yeah, you talked about some other players in the game here. See Renner Stahl playing defensively. Gage Sorensen in there as well at the linebacker position. Another one there, number 46 there, or number 45, I believe. Mitchell Scribner, another linebacker here for the Mustangs.
Got to take a look at this River Falls Memorial game. River Falls trying to close the door here. They have a 4th and 1 at the Memorial 26-yard line. They're going to go for it, it looks like. They pick 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. They pick up this play. That game's probably over.
Pingle on that last carry with about a 6-yard gain. We're at 2.5 left in this one.
And River Falls converts a quarterback sneak for a first down, and that should do it. But Eau Claire Memorial, they must have made quite a run there in the second half, cutting the deficit 28-27. Looks like the Wildcats will get their first conference win of the season.
Pitching it ahead there to number 35, William Prusak, and a nice defensive play there by the Mustangs to get a Mike Sell Insurance. We'll call it a no tack or a no gainer there.
Yeah, that was Cade Sorensen. Great job from the inside linebacker position. Number 22 came up and made a real strong tackle.
Hudson definitely running a little slower here offensively. 1:30 to go. Probably only got to run about 3 more plays unless they get a first down, or if they don't get a first down. But unfortunately, they do with Homie. Picks it up there down to the 26-7-yard line, and that should do it here. Hudson could probably go into victory formation if they so choose, and that's what they will. So we'll wrap this one up here. Time's still on the clock, but the score your final will be what you see on the scoreboard there, 46-22. The Hudson Raiders will defeat the Menomonie Mustangs here as they're getting in ready in victory formation. Mustangs are going to drop to 4-1 overall, 2-1 in conference play. Raiders will improve to 4-1 overall and 3-0 in conference play. And I know we got one final on our point of beginning out of town scoreboard. We'll get some more here as we wrap it up here, and one more kneel should do it here for Hudson.
Well, I'm sure it's not the result that the Mustangs coaches and players were hoping for here tonight, but the boys sure played hard, and wasn't lack of effort, that's for sure. You got to give Hudson credit, and sometimes you don't get the breaks either. It's kind of a combination of both, but the Hudson Raiders, they're going to start the conference season 3-0, and they're going to be a tough out. They already beat River Falls, and they already beat Chippewa, so be an interesting night when they go to play New Richmond.
Yeah, only two teams left unbeaten in conference play after tonight. Hudson at 3-0 and New Richmond at 3-0. Every other team in the Big Rivers has at least one loss. So we'll see how this conference plays out. But Hudson and New Richmond right now, the only teams left undefeated at the moment. We'll take a couple-minute break here. Here's from our sponsors a few times. We'll come back in our TMS Tire and Wisconsin post-game show, and we'll wrap this one up. We'll be back on Mustangs TV.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
TMS Tire and Auto is a proud sponsor of the Menomonie Mustangs. Family owned since 1978. TMS Tire and Auto has 3 locations in Baldwin, Boyceville, and Menomonie, and can serve all your automotive needs. Visit us online at tmstireandauto.com or call us at 715-235-9119 to schedule your appointment today. Go Mustangs!
Chad Zutter, Joe Zadowski back with you here in the post-game show. The Menomonie Mustangs suffer their first loss of this 23 campaign. The loss will drop them to 4-1 overall, 2-1 in Big Rivers Conference play. The win improves Hudson to 4-1 overall and 3-0 in conference play, and their offense is rolling, scoring 46 points against River Falls last week, 47 points, against River Falls last week, and scoring 46 this week. They've put almost 100 points up in the last 2 weeks, have the Hudson Raiders offense clicking in a lot of different ways here, and we saw that happen tonight here against this Mustangs defense. Let's recap, I should say, before we recap this Hudson Raiders win over the Mustangs, I know we got our point of beginning out-of-town scoreboard, and Joe, you've been working hard to find some scores. I know we got, I think, 2 finals now and one pretty close to final outside of this game in the BRC.
Yeah, Chad, the final that we do have is the 40-point victory with New Richmond taking down Superior 48-8. Looks like River Falls is going to hold on after a big second half push by Eau Claire Memorial, but River Falls about ready to put this one away, 28-27. The Wildcats have the ball and just running out the clock here, I think, at this point. And then from Carson Park, Chippewa Falls looks like they're going to get on the winning ways here in the conference schedule. They are leading North 30-16. Still about 6 minutes left in that game, so I don't think we'll have a final. And then from Milwaukee, the Brewers still leading the Nationals 4-3, and that game's in the bottom of the 8th.
Now let's wrap up this game. You know, this was a very interesting game to start. I mean, Menomonie came out hot offensively. They scored on their opening possession, a big 57-yard touchdown pass and catch from Johnson to Thornton. Dingwall, the PAT was good, 7-0 at that point. Hudson came down, got inside the red zone, had a penalty. A couple big plays by the Menomonie defense. A 29-yard field goal was missed, actually, by the Hudson Raiders on one of their first possessions. And then second quarter, Schaefer, a 1-yard touchdown. It was 14-0 to start this game, Menomonie. After that, it was all Hudson. They scored on 5 straight possessions, 3 in the second quarter, 2 in the third quarter. We'll run down that scoring here in a second, and then added a couple more also in the fourth quarter. But this Hudson offense clicking on all cylinders here tonight, and Menomonie had a tough time defensively against this very high-powered offense. Head coach Mike Sins talked about it in the pregame show. They got a ton of athletes. Hard to cover them all, that make it very challenging through the air, on the ground, and we saw that here tonight. They had 3 different guys score touchdowns for them. Offensively, 2 guys had multiple touchdowns here for the Hudson Raiders, but let's get back to the score. And again, to start this game, it was 14-0 Menomonie early in the second quarter, while Tyler Lazard, who had 2 of those touchdowns, a 36-yard touchdown from Schultz, 9:27 left in that second quarter, got them on the board for the first time. PAT by Strong was good as 14-7 Mustangs at that point. Just a minute and a half later, just 2 minutes later, at 7:24, a 40-yard touchdown run by Roby. PAT was actually missed, hit the uprights. So Mustangs still led by a slim 1-point margin at that point, 14-13 over the Raiders. However, 6 minutes later, with 1:15 left in the second quarter, a 12-yard touchdown run by Roby, and the 2-pointer was no good, so it was 19-13 going into halftime. Hudson with the lead. Menomonie got a stop. Hudson got the ball to start the second half. Menomonie actually got a stop there, but then Hudson got the ball right back, and they scored with 9:28 remaining in the third quarter with 8-yard touchdown run by Yeager. It was 26-14. PAT was good by Strong. They scored again in the third quarter with 3:04 to go. Hudson, a 1-yard touchdown on a 4th down. Lazard from Schultz. PAT by Strong was also good on that one, 33-14 at that point. Menomonie battled back, got a stop defensively. A 1-yard touchdown run by Higbee with 11:04 to go. 2-pointer was good, Johnson to Higbee. It was 33-22. You thought maybe the Mustangs had a chance to get back into that point, trailing by 11. Finally had punched one in that fourth quarter, but just too much here from Hudson. They got to stop defensively here to the Mustangs after that touchdown. And then, unfortunately, the first pass play of their new possession, a 48-yard interception return by Lazard. He had 3 touchdowns here tonight, 2 offensively, 1 defensively, made it 40-22. PAT by Strong was good, and then with just a 6:47 left, a 60-yard touchdown run by Schultz sealed the deal here. The PAT no good, 46-22. That's our final here this evening. Our TMS Tire Auto and Wisconsin Credit Union post-game show will wrap it up. But Joe, any final thoughts here as we wrap up this post-game show with this Hudson 46-22 victory over the Mustangs?
Well, again, Chad, the boys played hard. The coaches had a good plan, and Hudson just outplayed the Mustangs tonight. And the key is going to be can you bounce back? Next week is homecoming, and Eau Claire North is trailing. Right now they're trailing Chippewa Falls 30-16. That game's getting late, so it looks like North is going to pick up their first conference loss of the season as well. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see what it's going to look like. But it didn't appear that the Mustangs are going to lose anybody to injury. They had a couple guys get banged up a little bit, but should be at full strength for homecoming. And before we end it, Chad, there are just a couple reminders we want to give people. First of all, the Menomonie class of 2024, the parents are going to have a senior lock-in fundraiser. That's going to be October 6th. That'll be hosted at Coyote's Den. And it's going to be a real nice event. People are going to be able to get a fish fry buffet with soup and salad bar. You can see the prices on the screen, $15 for adults, $10 for other people. And then there'll be a 50-50 raffle live stream of the football game. So certainly we'll give a shout out at that point. And then at halftime, I'd like to thank, sorry, I keep messing up her name, Katrina Drazkowski from the Student Council at Menomonie High School. She came on and shared a bunch of information with us in terms of homecoming, and it's going to be a real nice event. Looking forward to that, and we can expect that there's going to be the coronation at 2:30. There'll be an assembly at the high school. The public is invited to come to that, and then also the parade's going to start at 4 o'clock, and there will be a concert by Chris Cruzy after the parade and before the game, so kind of in between. You can see on the screen there, it's a little bit small, but Chris Cruzy will be playing from 4:45 to 6:45 at Wilson Park, and then Friday night the ball game will be here, the homecoming game against Eau Claire North. At the concert at Wilson Park, when Chris Cruzy plays next Friday, there will be a food court there. There'll be a lot of options. You can see on your screen. So it's going to be a great event from the Let's Paint the Town committee, and get back on the winning ways next week.
Yeah, next week, obviously, like you said, Joe, homecoming here for the Mustangs, taking on Eau Claire North at home. We look at Hudson. They will be on the road again next week at Eau Claire Memorial for their next conference game. I'd like to thank all the sponsors. You mentioned a couple of them, Joe, here. I'd like to thank all the sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. TMS Tire and Auto, Wisconsin Credit Union, Schuler Insurance as well, who sponsors all our first downs. Kai Chevytown, our touchdown sponsor. Sherry Benrud Photography, our turnover sponsor. Dairy State Bank and Builders Tribune, our timeout sponsor. Mike's Hell Insurance, our sack and tackle for loss sponsor, and our point of beginning out of town scoreboard. I'd like to thank everybody that made the broadcast possible and joined us throughout the broadcast. Obviously, Joe Zanowski here making the magic happen on the computer, and also a color man as well. Ellie and Eric Zanowski helping with the camera here tonight. Our halftime guest, Katrina Drazkowski from the Menomonie Student Council, joining us here for our halftime guest here as well. I'd like to thank head coach Mike Sins for joining us here in the pregame show and giving us insight here on the Menomonie Mustangs football squad. We're signing off here. I'm Chad.